guy, he looked pretty good in that first game. Granted, it was against an FCS school in Norfolk State. Threw a bunch of yards, over 300 yards, but he also threw 3 interceptions, and that's kind of the knock on him. We got to see if he can protect the football. They had 6 turnovers for East Carolina. He had 3 of them.
Old Dominion, Grant Wilson back in running the show.
Kind of the same thing with Grant Wilson. I mean, in South Carolina, huge crowd, SEC matchup. The only touchdowns the Gamecocks scored were off of fumbles from Grant Wilson inside the Monarchs' own 9-yard line. He threw an interception going into the end zone, so both of these
8 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. And as Andy talked about in the open, that's a little bit of a question for this East Carolina offense.
Yeah, it's going to be a question on both sides. Bill's saying the football is so important they named the game after it, so you got to protect it.
It's a great line. I like that. Quick pitch goes to the right side. A little room for Rajay Harris, and you'll see a lot of him running the football this evening. Picks up close to 4 yards on first down, and once again, no huddle. They're just going to line up and run.
You expect a lot of tempo from these Pirates. They like to go quick.
Straight ahead this time. Fake the pass, but go straight ahead, and you'll see a lot of that motion too. Up near the 30-yard line. It'll be shy of the first down. Harris once again. 6 carries, 24 yards last week, and he's a guy that's in the Doak Walker Award and a whole bunch of other awards. Tried to make the pass, couldn't do it, tucked it under, and Garcia gets to the first down marker. Depends on the marking of it, but it looks like he's going to have the first down, and they're going to give him the first down.
He got the stop. Looks like he thought he was short, and it's very close. Design quarterback run there. He had the option on the smoke screen, but took it himself.
Drops back this time. Look at deep. Trying to go deep for Smith. Coverage is there, and the ball falls incomplete. Anthony Smith, he went to him 5 times in the opening game, and he's a big guy, big target, with good coverage that time by the Monarchs.
Good coverage, a hair underthrown that time by Garcia. Just hung up a little bit on him. Because you're right, he had a step. Smith had a step out there on Manning. There wasn't underthrown, he may have had a play on it, but good coverage by the Monarchs.
Hand off again to Harris. Got some defenders trying to knock him down, and he's tripped up from behind and goes down, and he's brought down by Culbreth. Jahiel Culbreth making the stop from his outside linebacker spot, and a loss on the play.
Keep an eye on these Old Dominion linebackers. Jason Henderson not in this week. He is out. He's not dressed. Played last week. Led the country in tackles 2 years ago. Almost led in tackles last year. Not in today.
3-man rush this time. Across the middle. That pass is complete, and it will move the chains right in the chest of Chase Soule, who didn't play last week. But his transfer from Colorado, he had a great year. 47 grabs, 622 yards, and that moves the chains again.
It's a good route in the zone. He recognized it, settled down, didn't run into cover.
Handoff straight ahead. That's Harris once again, and he pounds forward. But he doesn't mess around. He just goes straight ahead.
That's a downhill back right there. 214 pounds right between the tackles.
5 on the play. The ball into Monarch territory for the first time tonight. Fake this time, going to the outside. The pass is complete to Wright.
Another RPO. You're going to see a lot of these, a lot of RPOs. A lot of decisions made by Garcia. He will keep it himself every once in a while. Mostly he is more of a pocket passer, but they have the options built in for him.
1st and 10 from the 42-yard line of Old Dominion.
Rain's starting to sneak in.
Yeah. Looking deep, got a man open. Pass is complete again, and it's another outstanding catch by Wright Jr. bringing it in, and the chains will move again, and that pass was on the money.
That was an outstanding throw. And as a corner route, there's not a lot of room in there. The coverage is on his back hip. He fits it in there, and what he just did get a foot in bounds. Great route by Winston Wright. Good throw.
Breaks through the line. Harris is going to score from 22 yards out, and very quickly on the board, East Carolina.
Well, you wonder, East Carolina fans were wondering about this offense. They knew they had a good defense. That had not been a problem for them. And so far, one drive, they look pretty good. Harris is just pounding a seam there and breaks it to the outside. And with so much RPO action built into this system, defenders are always got to be looking at receivers on the outside. So he breaks out there, and there's just nobody else out there with him. He just coasts it.
Extra point is off the upright. It hit the right upright and comes right back. So that is a huge, huge play there. That one we may look for later in the game. Andrew Conrad hits the upright. So it's 6-0. So we'll take a break and come back. Old Dominion football after the kick when we return.
Coach Gecko!
Coach G.
Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects, a 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True! Smells like insurance.
Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
Kamala's away all the time. Imagine that. Get it with Gurus.
The longest scoring drive of the season for East Carolina as they go 80 yards, 10 plays, 3:10 off the clock. The touchdown comes from Rajay Harris, 22 yards, and that was an impressive first series by the East Carolina group.
All script as you could get for these Pirates, and Harris looking outstanding on that first drive. This is a Monarch team that went down to South Carolina last week and was pretty good against the run, against everything. They only gave up 288 yards of total offense against the Gamecocks. But, hey, first drive out of the book, ECU's offense looks a lot better than they did last year. That was the question coming in. We said they revamped a lot. They had a lot of rebuild going on this offense, new quarterback. They got coaches that are different. They got different players transferred in. They put 40 points up against Norfolk State last week, which is good, but you still don't know if that's you're being really good or if it's just because you're opening with an FCS team. Well, first drive here, it looks pretty good.
3 minutes and 10 seconds, and that's almost a minute longer than their longest drive last week. But a very impressive 10-play drive, a little running, some good throwing. Kick will come down, short kick at the 10-yard line, and that's Bryce Duke straight ahead across the 25 up to about the 27-yard line, and the Monarchs will have their first possession of the night. We've got a helmet on, flags flying at about the 40-yard line. Let's see what that is.
Extracurriculars going on out there. Somebody's hat came off. There's a flag down.
Having a discussion. It's Edwin Lee.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 42, kicking team. 15-yard penalty, the first down. Number 19 may remain in the game.
So it's got to be after, yeah, you see the rest, and that's where the hat came off. Normally, it's the second guy that gets it, Jeremy Mack Jr. for the Monarchs with a late shove, but when you take a guy's helmet off, it's kind of hard to hide. Those are easy to see.
That's usually the cutoff, isn't it? If the helmet comes off, they kind of going to get you on that one. So Grant Wilson brings out the Monarchs for their first possession tonight, trailing 6-0 already. Also at the 37-yard line. Isaiah Page in motion. Now we got a whistle.
Flag coming in.
Sideline warning. East Carolina
Sideline.
bench.
Yeah,
They're first.
exactly what it was.
That's on the Pirates sideline.
Yeah. And I'm not sure what.
No, I don't think that's Mike Houston himself over there that's causing the problems, but somebody is too close up on the sidelines. Officials don't like that.
So Wilson will just do a quarterback draw, picks up a couple of yards before he's knocked down. Head to 5 wide, thought he could get it quicker, but you see the Monarchs initially setting it up and going.
Monarchs going to go a little tempo themselves.
Fake one way. Wilson running again, gets to the 40-yard line before he's brought down from behind by Zakai Barker. Had 8 tackles in the first game against Hampton.
That was an RPO. He had a handoff option first, then looked to the smoke screen on their near side. That was covered pretty well by the Pirates, so then he just tries to take it himself, and again, that's covered pretty well. Rushing lanes were being eaten up, and good job on the edges to not let Wilson, who can run it, get any space outside of contain.
Third and about 7.5 to go for the Monarchs. Wilson looking to the outside. The pass is complete. That will be a first down. Miles Alston hauling it in at the midfield stripe. He had 5 catches against South Carolina. That's a good one there.
Not a whole lot of presence from him his first year, but boy, has he stepped it up here in his second year early on.
Fake straight ahead, looking to the outside, and that almost was intercepted, and then Alston couldn't bring it in, but it was almost intercepted that time by the defensive back. That was Siobhan Rebel Jr., who's one of these guys that's up with the Nagurski, the Bednarik. I mean, he's an outstanding defensive back. A little surprised he didn't hold on to that.
That went right through his hands, and then it went right through Alston's hands.
Suck it down. Young makes a nice cut back. He will be up near the first down marker, but coming up just shy as they're going to spot him at the 42-yard line. It'll be third and about 2 to go. That one went nowhere. A lot of white jerseys there to bring Young down in a hurry.
Pretty quick adjustment right there. This is an Old Dominion offense that struggled a little bit on the ground last week in South Carolina. They got 108 yards, but I mean, it was a grind. And you got one of the better rush defenses in the group of 5 on the other side. And last week, talking about Norfolk State, they got 1 yard per carry. 1 yard. And that's a rushing team is the Spartans. So that front is not a joke. They know what they're doing up there, and they know how to plug holes.
A lot of twisting on that defensive line. I mean, they're doing a lot of rotation. Jameis Hall led to punt it away. Javius Bond is going to try to bring it in, but it's going to roll out at about the 2-yard line. So give Hall a gold star with that kick that goes out of bounds. So each team has had 1 possession. First possession for East Carolina, put 6 on the board after a mix at the point. Old Dominion not able to put any points on this board this time. We'll take a break, see what happens in their second possession in a moment.
From the #1 rated brand.
Of each other in a lot of ways, but they're going to try to get some pressure on them. It's not as easy with Garcia back there because he's been getting rid of the ball quickly, and he's making good quick reads and a couple of really nice throws on that first drive.
And we should be ready to play. I'm not sure why the officials hadn't blown the whistle to get started, but
Tell you what though, this little cloud flew over us right at kickoff, and the wind is picked up like 20 miles. It was dead right before everything was going on pregame, and like as soon as we kicked off, the wind kicked up like 20 miles an hour.
And it's blowing left to right as you look at your screen. Not much room on first down going off the left side. The defense, a lot of bodies there making that stop.
So now it's up to the Monarchs to adjust after getting sort of punched in the mouth. See how they can react to the tempo and the option plays these Pirates want to put out on there.
That was Harris again with the carry, but just nowhere to go. Whistle, flag down before they get the play underway.
Movement in the middle. It might be against Old Dominion. 2 tight end set for the Pirates, kind of loading up on the right side.
Offside. Defense. Number 56.
You're right.
5-yard penalty. Second down.
You hear the wind a lot more than our referee, but
he doesn't have a screen mic, maybe. That's a problem.
That's a big penalty, though.
It is a huge penalty.
It got him some breathing room and makes it second and very manageable here.
Moved it to the 9, just got to get close to the 13 for the first down. Pass is out in the flat, and it is complete, and that's that Smith guy again. 6'3", 188-pound senior who played at NC State, and they get to first down.
And that's a good catch. That's helping your quarterback out because that was not a super accurate throw. 6'3". He's got a catch radius like the size of a garage door.
Harris again run it into a pile, but not before he's picked up a couple of yards. And the variations that East Carolina is using right now, Andy, they're changing things up quickly, and the defense is not having much time to react. Harris again. Not nearly as much of a gain as he had on first. He got about 3 or so on first, maybe 1 or 2 there, and it'll be a 3rd down. Ball at the 19. Need just about to get to the 24-yard line, 23.5 to get the first down. Big play for the Monarch defense right now.
They're showing blitz here. See if they stay with it. They're showing cover 0, in fact. I'm going to drop back a little bit.
Changing the play. Get it off. Going down the left side. Smith can't get it. Good defense by Reason that time. Rashid Reason did a nice job with the coverage.
And this is throwing right in the teeth of the wind. This is the same ball that they threw in that first possession, and again, it's a little bit hung up. Gave Reason a chance to close, and a good job by Reason not making contact, not getting into the interference. There was no flag thrown because he didn't make any real contact. He didn't get his head around, but he was there and in the way.
Luke Larson in to kick it away. Got hit a little bit by the wind too. Fair catch at the 44-yard line.
His wind came out of nowhere. It was not a factor until right when we kicked it. Like a front, something came through, and it's just affecting everything now.
Isaiah Page with the fair catch. It has totally changed, and you're right. The cloud above us just appeared. I mean, it just came out of nowhere.
It's starting to move off. It's no real rain in it, but man, did it bring some wind.
Aren't we glad the parachute guys got in before that did? That wouldn't have happened.
They had the game ball. If that kicked up before they came down, the game ball may be in a different stadium.
So Monarchs 1st and 10 from their old 44-yard line. 6-0 is the score after a touchdown. First drive by East Carolina. Off the right side, not a lot going there. Is trying to find some room for Aaron Young, transfer from Rutgers.
See a lot of runs by Wilson in that first series, trying to loosen this front up.
Looks like the same play, except the ball was kept and the pass is complete. And Alston, another fine catch there. They'll mark him into East Carolina. Well, they moved it back. One marker, yeah, there we go. It was at the 49-yard line of East Carolina, so got it in the right spot. 3rd and 3.
Kind of throwing back to the weak side earlier. Now they're more balanced in this formation. Now they're not.
Bring Young out. He's right behind Conroy. Pick up the blitz. Pass is caught. Isaiah Page. My goodness, what a catch and a run as he's moved it further inside to the 37-yard line.
Career game last week for Isaiah Page. Had 115 yards on 8 catches. That's just a backdoor slant.
Wilson again. Pass falls incomplete. I'm not sure that Conroy got his head turned back around quick enough to see the ball coming.
And not on the same page that time. What they do, usually when they have these 2-by-2 looks, you'll have different concepts on both sides. Double slant on the backside there, and read perfectly by Wilson to hit Page and a good catch. So here you'll have 2 different route combinations, one at the top of the screen, kind of one at the bottom of the screen, and you want your quarterback to pick one of those sides and kind of stay with it, and it's going to be based off leverage.
Alston again, but nowhere to go. I mean, he's brought down immediately by Mike Edwards, the third. Transfer from Georgia Southern with 7 tackles last week. Loss on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to call it about 12 to go.
Yeah, he ate that up in a hurry. That's a linebacker who went out there with the tight end and was all over that screen. Preseason, 2nd team, All-American, All-AAC.
You can see why. Conroy moves all the way back on the near side of the field.
Big play right here. If they get close, you wonder if they think about going for it on 4th.
Wilson looking. It's going to Conroy, but I'm not sure that same page again. It just doesn't look like it.
It's the same. The tight end, he's a transfer in from Merrimack, an FCS school.
Timeout for an injury
Coming off of
to
an
a defensive
injury,
player.
played in a couple of games last season, but they.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to play again. Seamus Hall back in to punt. Javius Bond standing in his 8-yard line. They're dropping straight down and tried to kick it end over end, but it still goes into the end zone. I don't know how you kick it like that, but those Australian guys could do
that was going to be tough to keep that out of the end zone. But they'll take another 20-yard line instead of giving some of these return guys. This is a pretty good, strong return game here, both punting and returning. Obviously, Winston Wright, super dangerous on the kick return. One of the reasons they brought him in. Bond is not bad either on the punt returns.
A lot of speed, a lot of talent they brought in. After a 2-10 season last year, you knew that there would be a lot of changes, and that 2-10 is not normal for East Carolina. That's just not something that happens very often. Whistles again.
Early.
Yeah, before they get anything much
False
better.
start, number 65. Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's an offensive lineman, Darius Bell, who transferred in from Maine, moving a little quickly, so they're going to back it up 5 to the 15. Pitch to the outside, that's Bond. A lot of blue jerseys there, nowhere to go, a loss on the play. Boy, was that some really good defense by Old Dominion there.
That's like the second time they've run that little toss to the strong side when you got 3 receivers or 2 receivers and a tight end out there. That's tough. You got to get those open field blocks and hold them for a long time. That time they weren't able to do it. Will Jones read that.
Handoff, pretty good spin, but nowhere to go after it, and that's Bond making that run, but just not enough to do much with it. So it goes down, and it will be 3rd down, and the offense still on the field looking for what they're going to do now. But that was a nice pickup, so they got some of that back.
Still pretty good pickup there because you make it more manageable here on 3rd down.
A lot more manageable. Back to pass, got a man open. The pass is complete, and that will be a first down, and that is Jari Patterson, transfer from Marshall, another one of the receivers that they'll throw the football to a ton of times if they get that opportunity.
That's right now, he had that many interceptions. Garcia's looked on point so far here today.
That goes to Casey Kelly, who's a graduate, and he is the nephew of, you probably heard this guy before, a guy named Jim Kelly that played with the Buffalo Bills. That's his uncle. Pick up a 5. Again, quick throw, catch, and down. Patterson brings that one down.
That's a pretty good stop by Will Jones because Old Dominion brought the safety from that side on a blitz. So it's one-on-one, and tell you what, if he doesn't make that tackle, there's nothing between Patterson and the end zone.
3rd and 3. Looking, tucking it. Close to the first down, depends on the mark. It looked like he's going to get it by where the spot is. Culbreth had to make the tackle.
Good coverage, but a quick decision. Quick decision by Garcia. Look, he's not going to wait around. He saw that hole. Monarchs are dropping more back in coverage, only a 3-man rush, so he knows if there's a hole there, he's only got 3 yards to get it. So he didn't hesitate when he saw a little bit of space.
Good rush from the outside, and the first sack of the game for the Monarchs as they bring Garcia down.
No space that time.
No space.
Heavy blitz. Bringing linebackers coming off the right side of the screen is Culbreth, and then the safety coming off the left side, Jeremy Mack. They're squeezing them in. Just brought more blitzers than the Pirates had blockers to pick them up.
Loss of 6 on the play. First sack of the night for the Monarchs. Look at this run. My gracious, is that just busted wide open? And it was wide open for the run by Bond, and he has moved the chains. Wow.
John David making a great call from the offensive coordinator. You just dropped a lot of yardage on a sack. You come right back with a draw, and it worked perfectly.
Pitch to him, run the first time, and that time he may have hurt a knee there. He's had some injury problems that he's passed, but just looked like the way he went down there, that might be the knee.
Timeout for an injury to a defensive player.
No contact and instantly grabbing the knee. That's usually not good indicators.
Looks like it's somewhere the right knee. Take a look at this again. He had some room out there to go to.
Oh, it went. Yeah, he felt something before he even stumbled. Something that before he made a cut upfield. Those are the ones that you really don't like to see. He's a big part of this rushing game. They will run through a couple of different running backs. Harris got most of the carries early on, and Bond has been featured here in this series. Montgomery's a freshman. They got 14 carries, ran for 67 yards last week.
Transfer from Penn State, Montgomery.
This is the last thing the Pirates needed to see right now. They finally got some offense going.
Little ginger some, but he is trying to get off the field with under his own power. But wow, that looked like it could have really been serious.
Yeah, a lot of times, like we said, those guys go down non-contact like that. That's usually you guys start cringing. So you hope he just twisted it or something. It's not that bad, but they're going to have to take a look at him.
Well, that's one you really have to take a serious long look at, because you need that young man to play for the year. You don't need him to go out in the second game.
I'll bring Harris back in.
Yep. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball inside Old Dominion territory at the 43. Garcia rolls right, hit as he throws it, and it goes way out of bounds. Good
blitz.
pressure. It's good.
It's
Good
another
pressure.
blitz right through the A gap with one linebacker, and then on the outside edge with another linebacker. So you wonder, how do you get pressure with only a three-man front? How do you get pressure on the quarterback? How do you get sacks? Well, you get sacks by sending extra blitzers. And the Monarchs are not sending just one extra guy. They're sending 2, 3, sometimes 4. But you got to disguise it, because if Garcia sees it coming, he'll burn you. Right here, look, they're showing it on both edges. Colbrith on one side, McMack on the other side.
Creeping it up and down the middle. Nobody hits the man coming up the middle, and that was Nawatala, who came right up the middle. Cohen now, nobody with him. He didn't get touched.
Yeah, that was wide open. They're looking at the guys on the outside, and Nawatala right up the middle. He is just completely untouched. They spread out to take the blitzers on the outside, and Nawatala disguised it, or at least hesitated and waited for it, and he came flying through there. He's had a big game last week. They need him to play big, because with Henderson out, that's normally Jason Henderson's spot. With his not in there, they need Nawatala to play big, and he has so far.
Pretty good kick that time from Larson that Isaiah Page really couldn't get to, and the ball comes dead at the 9-yard line of the Monarchs. 56 seconds remain in our first quarter.
Well, thought this might be a little bit low scoring, the contest to see who could make the least mistakes. So far, and the only real mistake has been banging the extra point off of the upright. Everything else has been solid on both teams. We've seen a lot of good defense, which we expected. Old Dominion's receivers have not always been exactly on the same page as Wilson. See if they can get that straightened out, maybe get the running game going a little bit.
And now straight ahead. Not a lot there for Duke. And you know, we talked about the extra point being missed on the touchdown right off the gate. Maybe that wind was coming in and we couldn't feel it. Maybe it got to that, extra point kick.
Something got to it.
Something got to it. 2nd down. Pass complete. Vines breaking it in. Deontay Vines from Iowa transfers to Old Dominion. Nice catch there. 3rd down again, though. 3rd and short.
option route comebacks, these RPOs. It's a good read, but they're not getting a lot of yardage out of him. And these corners, especially that guy, Ravel, he ain't missing too many tackles out there.
Nope, he doesn't.
You wind up with another critical third down.
He's back in the game after going out a little bit ago. 3rd and 2. Might let the clock run out. Got it snapped right before the end of the quarter. Pass is high out of the outstretched hands of the wide receiver on that, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to go outside to Demarion Houston, and just too high. We got a flag down though.
I think he saw the flag. Wilson thought he had a free play there.
And he may have.
Offside, number 93, defense. 5-yard penalty results in the first down. That's the end of the first quarter.
So we'll change sides, and the Monarchs will still have the football with the first down. A fresh set of downs. We're back in Norfolk after this timeout.
Coach Gecko.
Coach G.
Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
Oh, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects and 97% satisfaction.
The first down for East Carolina, and not much of anything.
But Mike Houston's got no shortage of running backs. He's got a stable.
Please set the clock.
See if Bond comes back in.
13-28. 13-28. Clock will start on my signal.
It's just a player lost a helmet, so he's got to come off.
Yep. So Gunn is a junior, 6 foot, 207 pounds, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Pass to the outside. Did he get his foot down? It's going to give him, yes, first down. So that's Soul making a catch. Colorado transfer.
Garcia has been impressive. He has been very, very accurate on these throws. And the timing has been there. Looks like this offense has been operating like this for 3 years right now, but this is all brand new.
The ruling on the field. The receiver was short of the first down.
Faces, like you said.
Third down.
Just trying to find a way to meld together, but they look like they've got a pretty good idea at the moment.
Big third down here, though.
Yep, 3rd and less than a yard to go. Wind behind you, as we've mentioned a few times, they may take a shot deep and still think about going for it on 4th.
They do a sugar huddle here.
Yep. Hand it off straight ahead. Should have the first down, but it was marked.
Not by much, but he got enough.
Not by much, no. But the way the official on the lines judge on the top of the screen had his left foot rather than the right foot. So you get a little further on the left foot than the right foot. First down. A lot of pressure. Ball is fumbled, kicked away. It's still bounced around. It's gone through 3 or 4 or 5 hands. Let's see who's going to come up with it. Garcia was hit as he was trying to run away with it, and it's going to be recovered by one of the offensive linemen. Darius Bell recovers it. Wow, that ball bounced all over the place.
He's trying to take a shot here, I think. He's looking downfield and never sees the pressure coming from the backside. And it was almost in Nalatola's lap. Good job recovering from ECU.
Loss is 7. They're on a jet sweep the back way. And get back close to where the original line of scrimmage was. And there's that guy, Winston Wright Jr. again. They're just trying to find a way to get him to football.
Yeah, I would too. Anytime you get that ball in that guy's hands in some space, usually good things happen for you. This is getting physical now. This has been a good defensive fight.
3rd and 10. Garcia looking. Good pressure. Got a man open in the middle, and that's where he finds Anthony Smith for the first down, and a big play and great patience by Garcia, who was just a little bit gimpy as he started running up the field.
That 3-man rush, they dropped everybody back. Nowhere to go with it until he stepped up into the pocket. That brought the linebacker Colbreth up. As soon as he stepped up, there's the tight end.
Straight ahead again, and this has been all Marlon Gunn Jr. running from that running back spot. This series has been his.
I keep feeding him. He's gained some pretty good yards, big yards when they had to have him.
Run straight ahead. Pass out in the flat, trying to get a block. Pretty good coverage by the Monarch defense, and it's right again, a flag down late.
I wonder if that's going to be a hold.
That's an area right there. Looks like you'd get that call.
Might be on Sewell. He was the lone guy out there trying to block, throw the block for right. That came in from the back, Judge, from like 20 yards away.
There is no foul for offensive pass interference. The pass was first touch behind the line of scrimmage.
Pass interference was the question, so the question is whether or not he was blocking while the ball was in the air. They had a conversation and said he did not.
See if we can get to that momentarily. First down right now. Here it is.
The slowest we've seen ECU pre-snap all game.
Exactly. Looking at the sidelines, they wanted to change a play, I think.
Monarchs showing like they're going to blitz both safeties coming down into the box. Now they're backing out of it.
Garcia made a change, then the Monarchs made a change, and now we've got a whistle.
Timeout. Yeah, that's
timeout
Mike Houston
sure.
on the sideline.
Yeah.
That's a chess game going on right
Yeah.
there.
East Carolina.
Two safety blitzes.
First of the half.
Back up, and they're trying to get signals, and the play clock's running down on them. He just decides let's
Timeout on the
make sure
field.
we're on the same page here.
Well, maybe we can see that replay again about that call that we weren't sure about. We're going to take a break first instead. We'll come back to it after we take the break. 10:44 remains in the first half. Low scoring so far, just 6-0 the first time East Carolina got the ball. They got a touchdown, missed the extra point. That's where we are. We'll be back in a moment.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
Football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina. Come on.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
It's hard to believe, but it's true. Even the liberal media was shocked Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens.
Every transgender inmate would have access.
Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
How are we gonna save them, Gabby? I don't know yet, but I know we can figure something out.
Paw Patrol, to the lookout. I sure hope I do a good job. I've never been on a special assignment before.
Discover imagination with Tony's.
With CarGurus, filter millions of listings to land the perfect deal. If only you could do things your way all the time. Imagine that. Get it with Gurus.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego Power Plus blower, reaching an incredible 765 CFM, and it runs up to 90 minutes on a single charge, exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
Chance, here is the interference call. Keep an eye on 5 at Soul. It's close. If he makes contact and starts blocking while the ball is still in the air, then that's offensive PI. The flag came in, they discussed it and said it was very tight, but he did not make contact, didn't start blocking before the ball got to Winston right there. But that was what the discussion was about. They were able to pick up the first down right after that, so it kind of became a little bit of a moot point. But
still, a lot of folks want to see that. Good job of breaking that down, too. First down. We'll go again, straight ahead. Gunn again.
He's a rack up total plays as well.
Yeah.
Yards are heavily in favor of East Carolina right now, 167 to 44.
Mm-hmm. Gunn's a little bit bigger than the other backs, and he's able to just go straight ahead.
36 plays to only 17 for Old Dominion right now.
Well, blitz is on. Pass, trying to go across the middle. That is incomplete. He was trying to hit the receiver, and it was just too high for him to bring it down. It was Tyler Savage, but good coverage by the Monarchs. Third down.
has very good tight man coverage across the board. He's trying to get the 6'4" tight end, Savage. Pressure was coming. He had to step up a little bit before he made that throw. Big third down here.
Huge third down. Kelly in motion. Garcia looking, pressure right in front of him. Ball tipped in the air and it's intercepted. Old Dominion's got it and got room to go. A lot of room to go. Cutting back. The ball will be in great territory there. A nice play by Jerron Manning to get it. Great eyes to haul it in after it was tipped in the air in the return, and the Monarchs are in great field position.
Well, they ran a little stunt up front. The Monarchs had a little game going on in the front line. Took a minute, but they did get the pressure on him, and he had to step up to throw it. You see the pressure coming, steps into it, and it's just a crowd. He's trying to force it into right. Pops up in the air. Good job by Marcus Knight getting in there, and then Knight taking advantage. This is a huge play, because that takes out a field goal. Because the wind at your back, you were definitely in field goal range. And in a game where it feels like points are going to be at a premium, that's a huge turnover. First one of the day.
Straight ahead, got a flag down. The official threw it. He hit a couple of players. He's throwing it into the middle. No room for.
He just blew that thing up before
Yeah.
that ever got started.
Yeah,
He's coming
Duke.
downhill on the A gap.
Nowhere to go for Duke.
Looks like there was a hold.
Holding, number 55, offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
So that'll back you up, and that's not the way you want to start the good field position after the interception from Manning.
Parker led him in tackles last week. He just saw that thing coming all the way. He's in the A gap before the running back was. Both of these teams like to go so fast, they still use signals despite that they have radio communications.
Fake straight ahead. Looking, got a man wide open. I mean, wide open. Hits him in stride. It's a touchdown for the Monarchs. Kelby Williams, 44 yards.
That's the mobility of Grant Williams. Wilson on the outside finds a hole and just sort of leaks out. Has acres of space in front of him. I thought he was going to run it. A lot of space, but then he looks up and he sees coverage is just blown once he started to scramble. And
It comes to the goalpost.
by himself out there.
Old
Just lay it
Dominion
out there for him to
elected
go
to
get
kick
it.
at the other end zone for the next point.
But it's coming back. Did not see a flag, could not hear the announcement, but it's.
I think they're going to come to the other end of the field to kick the extra point.
Oh,
Because if you
the,
look at the goalpost,
yeah, okay,
the
it's not
uprights
coming back.
are out
the
of whack.
uprights are bent on that end of the.
Completely bent.
Yeah, good call. I was trying to figure out why
Yeah.
everybody was booing and they were moving it back. And no, it's the uprights. I guess they were a little wobbly, and then when they clanked that first extra point off of them, it may have been them, and they're kind of out of kilter. So they were going to come down the other way. ECU fans here don't like it because now they've just moved it down to the wind's at your back. That's going to be really interesting if somebody's got to kick a field goal going that way.
Right. Well, they may swap it around. Who knows? They're
Because
gonna
that's
swap
going
it like
into the
that.
wind.
Yeah.
And if you get a chance to try to kick a field goal, then it has to go the other way.
Ethan Sanchez with the extra point, and it's good. It is 7-6 Monarchs, and really you get a good break by getting to kick it that way, going with wind behind you, because it is a little out of whack. So two big plays from the Monarchs. Jerron Manning with the outstanding interception, and then the touchdown pass to Kelby Williams, and the Monarchs have taken the lead for the first time today with 9:24 to go in the first half, 7-6. We're back in Norfolk after this timeout.
The worst part about Rebel turned him over to a safety who wasn't there, and Kelby Williams, just his first catch of the season, goes for a touchdown.
So against the wind, Chang kicks it off, and you see what's happened. It made it hard to bring it in, but it is brought in, and it's across the 20-yard line, but not a whole lot of room there. You just want to be glad that you caught it. That's Winston Wright. We know he makes a lot of good plays.
Yeah.
Shows you the wind.
It's getting interesting down there, that's for sure. I'm still wanting to know what's going to happen if somebody's got to kick a long field goal. if they have to kick it going the other way with the wind at your back. And if we get a shot of the goal post, see how, I mean, they're definitely bent. The left one, the left upright is not entirely straight.
Not good. It's not a good look for the left up post. The upright just doesn't have the post is not good. East Carolina starts from their own 21. Going to go straight ahead. Not a whole lot there, and they're going to go back to Harris.
Be a big series here for Jake Garcia, coming off of the interception. And believe me, you know he's heard it all week long about, yeah, you guys put up 43 points, but, 6 turnovers, and he threw 3 interceptions. He has got to have heard about that. You try to tune out the noise, but you want to see how he reacts to the first one that really costed him.
Going the same way, and Nawatala is right there. Nowhere to go.
Another big play from Koa Nawatala. Again, he's filling in for Jason Henderson. 170 tackles last year. Second in the country. He was first in the country 2 years ago.
3rd down, 7 yards to go. Crowd starting to get into it from both sides right now. Good crowd from East Carolina up here tonight. Garcia got some pressure on him, hit as he turned it loose. The pass is not complete according to the line judge over here. He hit Casey Kelly with it.
On the field, incomplete pass.
Incomplete, so the defense holds for the Monarchs.
Blake Seiler's defense, he's dialing up pressure again, and they got in on him. He just got that off before getting hit. It's a really accurate throw considering he was just about to get pounded. And it's close. It's tough to see. They called it pretty quickly that was down. I didn't see any real argument from the East Carolina side, especially from Kelly. You would have thought if he thought he had it, he would have come up a little bit more perturbed about that call.
Jumping up and down. Larson with the punt.
Good kick.
Isaiah Page at his own 26. Spins. Got a flag down around midfield, and Page goes down at the 26, 27 yard line. Flag at the 45 of Old Dominion.
Odd place for the flag. Holding early, but it's nowhere near where all the real action was happening.
And it came in really late.
That's 20 yards away from where the ball was.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 85, receiving team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Block in the back on the rundown, I guess.
That far away was.
There's your goalpost.
Yeah.
See, he took the net down with it.
Oh, the net's not doing well either. Look at the net.
A little bit. It's hard to tell from that angle. That left upright is.
Yeah, look at the net.
Yeah, that left upright is not entirely stable.
No.
You see the net is busted.
You just don't see that very often where all that takes place. So the Monarchs take over on 17. Quickly out to Page. Page across the 20-yard line up near the 24. Good play on first down.
That's almost, word for word out of the East Carolina playbook. These two teams run a lot of the same formations, a lot of the same plays. We've seen that thrown to Winston right before. Now the Monarchs doing the same thing, tight end out in front blocking. I mean, other teams do it too, but we've seen a lot of the same stuff. The really wide splits for the receivers, you see it on both sides.
Everybody wide. Straight ahead. Not a lot of room there for Aaron Young. A couple of yards maybe. So across the 25-yard line or right at it, it'll be 3rd and short. Quick snap. Wilson rolling. Gonna try to get it with his feet, gets out of bounds and hit somebody on the sideline. For East Carolina, I think everybody's okay, but he should have the first down, but it was close.
Yeah, that's all Wilson, because that was pretty good coverage on the back end there. ECU was all over the receivers. He sat and looked and waited and waited. I knew he only had a couple of yards to pick up once he broke contain. He had to go get it. It still was close. He did take out somebody in a purple shirt on the sideline.
He did. Straight ahead, some room this time, but it closes in a hurry. But Young makes a pretty good run straight ahead. Craig on the tackle for East Carolina.
Craig and Parker. And what, Parker had a hold of his foot. That could have been a lot bigger.
Surely could have. Wilson gets out of the pocket, looking for somewhere to go, gets his feet set, has a man open, could not get there. Just behind Alston, and there's going to be flags flying everywhere.
Tell you what, he was open. He was on a crosser.
He was.
And dragging across when Wilson got outside, and there was nobody around him. Wilson just didn't pick him up in time. It would have been an easy big
Pass
game.
interference. Number 5.
When he
Defense. 15-yard penalty.
Down
First down.
And yeah, there was contact. He's open there, and he's trying. It's a tough throw across his body, but there's the contact.
Yep. Hit him before. Yeah.
It's probably not necessary. It's Gavin Gibson. That ball was behind him. I don't know if he was really going to be able to make a play on that ball or not. Gibson made the contact, and it's going to be a first down for Old Dominion. Probably one that he looks back, he's going to say that wasn't really necessary.
So the ball moves to the 47-yard line on the interference call. Still 6:27 remaining in the half.
Wind has calmed down a little bit now.
Yeah, it has. Well, that cloud kind of broke away a little bit. Not with the wind that it had. Straight ahead, pick up of maybe 1 or 2 by Aaron Young. A lot of folks on defense circling around that football.
Yeah, rushing is going to be a grind today. I mean, it's going to be pounding it and pounding it and pounding it until you can get one. Like Harris did in the first drive.
Coming in. As a quick pass, it goes in and out of the hands of Young as he was turning to look where to go. He forgot to hang on to the football.
Yeah, C.K. Parker may have had something to do with that too. Yeah. He may have heard some footsteps coming and tried to turn quicker than he normally would have.
So Bryce Duke will check in for Young.
Aaron Young, the younger brother of Jordan Young, who is Old Dominion's second all-time leading tackler, behind Henderson.
He got him as a grad assistant coach. How about that?
Yeah, he is now. Coach your brother.
Catches the ball. Yeah, going to be a little bit shy there is Duke.
I wonder if this was 4-down territory or not. It is not.
Yeah. J.D. Lampley with the tackle. Just thinking the same thing.
You wonder that because that's not really a 3rd and long play call there. You don't. He's not sitting back. It's one that maybe he reads because of the leverage. If they had a couple of options in there, I don't know. But if it's 2-down territory, 4-down territory there, it makes more sense. But they're going to punt it.
Hall back in. Brock Spalding deep. There's going to be a flag there. Yeah, run it in to Spalding.
That's an easy call there.
That's an easy one, is right. It'll be interference. We're trying to make that catch.
Wind picking up again. It probably affected that punt. But still, you gotta be aware as a cover guy. He comes up like that. The ball's not there yet. I mean, he tried to slow down, but you got to give him a little more space. Spalding was the guy that.
Kick catch interference. Number 2, kicking team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Spalding is a guy who was in a recruiting battle between these two teams. He tried to stop and get out of the way, but it just not enough space.
Yeah.
Patrick Smith Young.
He wanted to hold back a little when he didn't have the ball in the hands, but too late. So from the 36-yard line, this series begins for the Pirates of East Carolina.
That's the other thing you have to think about. This, I mean, the closest two FBS teams to each other.
Yep.
Different conferences, but that does not affect recruiting.
No.
So these two programs oftentimes wind up going after the same guys.
Anthony Smith on the reception. It's about a 2-hour and 15-minute drive, and it is really by a long way the two closest. That's going to be a first down according to where they're marking that ball. Harris back in, and as we said, it's Harris time a little more now to try to run the offense for East Carolina. Not in a hurry because they can score in a hurry. Still 4:30 to go in the first half.
They get down, they might want to even slow down a little bit.
Yep. Pass.
Oh, that was wide open.
Got a flag back at the line of scrimmage. It might be a holding, but
that came from the referee, which usually is a holding. That was there too, and that was wide open. Harris is nobody near him down the sideline.
Holding, number 52, offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
It would have come back anyways, but he's going to be thinking about that one.
Yeah, and that ball was thrown, I think, quicker than he thought it was going to get to him, too, because he did not get turned as well as I think he would like to have had, so he could have brought it in. But like I said, it doesn't matter now. Get the holding penalty, backs Pirates up to their own 37-yard line. Harris off the left side. The ball is loose. East Carolina jumps on it, though. The offensive lineman pounces on it quickly, and that's Darius Bell. We've mentioned his name a couple of times tonight. He's gotten on a couple of balls.
It's starting to get a little disconcerting here for all those ECU fans. And they got two of them, a second fumble, but they got them both back. But two fumbles and an interception so far, which was a major worry about these guys coming in with this offense.
Harris just tried to bulldoze as much as he could, but not a whole lot on that play. It'll bring up a third and about 15 yards to go. Big play and a half, because you've got a lot of time if you force the punt to try to get something else on the board if you're Old Dominion. Chris Trinidad late coming on the field. Little pressure hit as he turned it loose, and it's another interception. And a lot of room there, you thought early, but it did not turn into that. Patrick Smith-Young caught from behind. I mean, he thought he had green grass flowing there for a minute, but another interception and another big play for the Monarchs.
That's just overthrown. I mean, the pressure was there. He's trying to get it there over the top. You said Trinidad was late coming on. The pressure comes from Amori Morrison right there. Had something to do with that. He just overthrows it. He's trying to get it to Desario Riles. 6'3", 235 is a big target for a tight end, and he's on a safety. And Smith-Young, who's only 5'9", it's a great matchup, but the pressure just puts a little bit too much on it, and it's overthrown, and Smith-Young just eats it up.
3:26 to go. Monarchs go straight ahead with Young. Pushes it across the 45.
First career pick for Patrick Smith-Young, making up for the kick catch interference.
Remember, the Monarchs will get the ball to start the second half, too. Trying to go deep, trying to come back. They're going to call an interception. No interference. They're going to call an interception. Wow, what a play by Shabon Revel. He just held his ground and looked like he had great position, but wasn't sure. He didn't push the offensive receiver first, but he made an outstanding play and gets the interception.
Well, the thing with that is, if he's got the leverage, if he's got inside position and his eyes are back, which they are, then they're both hand fighting for it.
They are. Yep.
And that's just he just made a better play on the ball. It was underthrown, no question. It was underthrown to Vines or to. That was Alston.
Yeah,
but
Alston.
He was trying to. I mean, a little more under that. Again, he's throwing that into the wind, but there's no interference on that because he had his head back, and so he's got just as much right to the ball as the receiver does.
Well, Revel made a great play, seeing it up close again the second time. Much better shown right down the middle, and that is a pass on the money. That's a first down right again. Well, you got to keep an eye on number one.
That's a good route concept there. They had Flair up underneath it, occupies the eyes of the safety, and then he's just right down the seam.
Big 20+ yard gain there. Try quick pitch. A lot of blue jerseys there, nowhere to go.
These tosses have gone backwards for Pirates out there.
And that was a pitch to Patterson, who they kind of had as a, even though he's a receiver, he was just lined up in the backfield. Loss of one on the play. Garcia wide open. The pass was not good. It was low and it falls incomplete. He was going to Soule.
It's kind of a flood. It's not an easy throw. It's an opposite hash throw, so it's longer than it looks. But again, he's wide open. Soule's right there. Mike Houston's already pulling his hair out. If this keeps up, and you wonder if there's a shorter leash on Garcia or not. I know some sort of East Carolina fan, Purple Pirate people are probably screaming at their screens right now.
They've got another quarterback came in from Michigan State, Caton Hauser. And both of these guys are very similar. Blitz is on, the flag is down, the ball goes up in the air, and it's going to be an interception by the Monarchs. Will Jones, the second, with the interception and into East Carolina territory, but we got to see what the flags are.
I think he just threw that up thinking he had a free play, but the Monarchs had jumped.
I think so too.
Illegal formation, number 52, offense.
But it's not.
The penalties declined.
It's the offense.
The result of the play is an interception. First down, Old Dominion.
Illegal formation or false start. Again, the blitz right up the middle from the safety spot that time. And it's just thrown up for grabs. And another sort of panicked decision there.
Marcus Knight, wasn't it, that got in there?
I think it was Marcus Knight. And again, the A-gaps, that's 2 or 3 times. We've seen Navatola did it earlier in the first quarter, right through that A-gap untouched. That time it was from the safety spot. Marcus Knight untouched.
And the Monarchs have it at the 47-yard line of East Carolina. This has been a much different second quarter. Even right after the first drive went for the touchdown for East Carolina.
Offense is playing hot potato right now. They don't even seem to want the ball.
A little stutter step in the hole actually worked out really good for the Monarchs there, as Aaron Young just kind of waited for something to happen, and he took a nice run. So we have reached the 2-minute timeout. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the last 2 minutes. It'll be second down for the Monarchs when we come back.
Okay, not soccer, but
football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
No, we don't pass, Tina. Come on, baby.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Bob and I both voted for Donald Trump.
I voted for him twice. I won't vote for him again. January 6th was a wake-up call for me.
Donald Trump divides people. We've already seen what he has to bring.
He didn't do anything to help us. Kamala Harris, she cares about the American people. I think she's got the wherewithal to make a difference. I've never voted for a Democrat.
Yes, we're both lifelong Republicans.
The choice is very simple.
I'm voting for Kamala.
I am voting for Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th. With exclusive savings just for Prime members, you'll feel like a big deal. Shop deals on electronics, fashion, and more this Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
Can we finally admit we're lost?
I'm detecting passive regression.
Do you detect a stadium nearby?
No plans at all. Let's get there.
Holding, number 55. Offense. 10-yard penalty.
Martin Woodsman's hit with it. Down. Hold it.
Yeah, 55. Yeah, you see the takedown.
Yep.
That's a hold.
Yeah. The takedowns, usually they don't miss.
Well, not the ones where you're grabbing his jersey anyway. If you knock him down, that's different.
Yeah.
If you're grabbing his jersey and falling down.
It's tough to plead your case there. So moves the ball back to the 49 of Old Dominion. Second down. Wilson tucks it under. Got another flag down, and Wilson's down at the 47. Looks like another holding by the official, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's going against Old Dominion.
They're going backwards here.
Yep.
Holding, number 55. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
That's 20 yards in the wrong direction.
Yep.
Very
to
quickly.
Back. I did not hear the number there. You might be able to see here.
Woodsma again?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
That was not a tackle. That was an arm bar.
Whatever it was, it was a flag is what it was.
Yeah. Trying to run the football.
Lampley.
Yeah.
You look like you just got mugged.
Yep. Young picks up a field to play.
You wonder, being this far backed up, And then they're just going to run it there. They're trying to keep the clock moving.
For an injury to a defensive player.
Mike Houston's going to take his timeout. Well,
you got an injured player, yeah. Can't see the number right off the bat. It was in the middle. It's 30. That's Barker.
That's Barker.
Yeah.
They don't want him down.
No, middle linebacker. It's a Kai Barker, sophomore from Norcross High School in Georgia. Had 8 tackles against. Well, in the first game, hadn't had but one game. That's it. Norfolk State.
3 tackles tonight.
3 timeouts.
Solo, and he's got a half a TFL.
Some of those interceptions we've been talking
about. There's the interceptions. There's 2 on the night so far. Garcia, Smith Young got that one.
East Carolina is using their second charge timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff because of the defensive injury while the clock was running.
And then the pressure straight in the arms. His first career. 18 is pretty good. 107 yards is all right.
Halftime activities. Old Dominion's men's basketball coach Mike Jones will join us. That's going to be a good time for everybody.
This is a super prevent defense by the Pirates.
Looking forward to having Coach Jones with us. Straight ahead again. Some room this time. They got a long way to go to get a first down, but plows to the 45-yard line of East Carolina. And Monarchs can determine whether they want to take a timeout or not.
East Carolina, the third and final of the half. They set the game clock to 124. 124.
The last timeout was 124.
He's 6'3", 188. Got time again, going deep. Look at that catch by Smith. My goodness, what a play that is.
That was
wow.
Coverage. Safety.
Been a thorn.
He's
bowl games for him. Pass again, this time.
Florida State via West Virginia.
He's getting a lot of hype about postseason bowl games for him. Pass again, this time it's complete to Smith on the outside. Anthony Smith, who he's been a thorn.
He makes great routes. He's the deep threat because he's got the height advantage on pretty much everybody out there. Old Dominion does not have tall safeties.
He's 6'3", 188. Got time again, going deep. Look at that catch by Smith. My goodness, what a play that is.
That was
wow.
Coverage. Safety, it's Smith Young coming over late. And the corner just let him go. Let him drop back. We were talking about the height advantage. Put it up there and let him go up there and get it.
I think the Monarchs took the timeout there. Yeah.
They're first of the half.
Slow it down. Yeah.
30 seconds.
They were getting gassed. There was some confusion in the secondary. That's how he got wide open like that. Safety was very late rotating over.
He set the game clock for 45 seconds. 4-5.
3 plays, bam. They've moved the ball a long way in a hurry.
Thank you.
This is more the offense. Here it is again. Here, you take a look at this toss. Just going up and getting it, and like you said, the height advantage. Smith is guided on everybody.
Yeah, the Monarch safeties are 5'9", 5'10". Marcus Knight is 6 foot. The corners are 5'9", 5'10". The 6'3" guy down the sidelines, he's going to have the advantage. But he's got a bigger advantage when the coverage is closed, so it doesn't even matter.
Well, they've moved it at a hurry. This is a little more like the first possession that they had when they just looked like they were going to walk up and down the field pretty easily.
They get a couple of chunk plays, they really start getting into a rhythm and get rolling.
Kelly in motion, sets again at the outside. Garcia looking, going again to Smith, and it falls incomplete. Much better coverage as the double team moved over as the ball went in the air.
Still a little late by Smith Young, but the double A-gap blitz, again, they didn't get to him, but they put the pressure on Garcia. That pass was wide and outside, probably due to some of the pressure that was coming at him.
Well, and you got the 6'3" guy, like you said, who's been catching it. He's got a better chance to reach outside to make that catch. He's got long arms.
You got to give him a chance.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, way out, 2 outside. Harris goes straight ahead. Not a lot there. No timeouts left for East Carolina. 3rd down A little surprised as quick as they go if they don't try to snap and
if they
run
get a
something.
first down, but you don't want to be too casual here.
Yeah. But you got a shot at the field goal.
Yeah, if you get stopped in front of the first down, field goal unit's not going to have a lot of time.
Across the middle. Pass is complete down inside the 10-yard line. That was a good pitch and strike, and that's Soul that made the reception, and they're going to rush the field goal team on, and they're not even going to get a shot at it.
That's what I was saying. I mean, yeah, it stops, but it starts again when you reset it. If you take too much time, your field goal unit's not going to have enough time to get out there.
Now, they snapped it, and the lineman threw the ball on the ground. I don't know.
To spike that.
Yeah, he did try to spike it. I don't know what the call was if he spiked it before, and this is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, this has got to be a timing question.
Yeah.
How much was left after the completion? Did it stop enough to move the sticks? You can't see the clock. There was no quarterback on the field.
No.
They were in between. They had half a field goal unit and half of an offense unit.
There may have had 12 players on the field too, Andy.
There's some of that, but I think the discussion here is the clock.
I agree.
Because it didn't seem like it stopped very long.
No.
After that first down.
A lot of discussion by the officials right now. The head referee, Edwin Lee, got to come up with something.
12 men or illegal formation.
Yeah.
Come into it as well. Just drop the flag.
I haven't seen a number 54 taking a snap very often either.
Well, the field goal unit is out for the Pirates. They're just hoping they get a chance at this.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do. You got to go set up like you think you're going to have.
Very long discussion. I don't think we have a replay with the clock.
All the players for the offense during the substitution process did not become set. That's a false start. The offense. That occurred while the clock was running, which includes a 10-second runoff. The half is over.
So all right, I heard some of what he said. It was a dead ball snap. And nobody was set. So
they had half a field goal unit out there.
They did.
They were trying to get set. You got to be set for a second. You can have guys moving, but they got to be set for a second, and nobody was set. And so that's the penalty, and that ends the half.
So it's 7-6. Monarchs at the break. We'll come
until November 4th. So this Saturday before the
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor.
That one at the bottom, that's the big one. So all the yards
for prisoners.
First and 10 as we begin the second half. The Monarchs with a 7-6 advantage.
They've got to get something going on the ground. 36 yards of rushing in that first half for Old Dominion. This is a serious ECU defense. We know that, and we've seen they've made some good plays. They got to Wilson once. They sacked him. They got an interception as well. But Old Dominion, if they want to get any kind of sustained offense, they've got to get something going on the ground.
Grant Wilson, ended quarterback.
Young's had 11 carries for 28 yards in that first half, 2.5 yards a carry.
Moves Young to the other side. Handoff is straight ahead. He's got a little room there.
That'll do it.
Breaks it through. They'll give him 6 on the play on first down, and good first down play by Old Dominion. Kingston McKinstry making the stop. Trying the same play. Room again. First down and more across the 35-yard line. And Young with 2 quick runs, and the Monarchs moving the field. Remember the wind we talked about. It's going from left to right in the first half. It was really strong. There is still wind in that direction, not quite as strong as it was earlier.
See, Pirates starting to get some more bodies down in the boxes, try to stop that A-gap run, and Wilson keeps it.
He did. He saw the hit coming. He said, I'm going to have to take this thing, and he did. He made a really good run. Grant Wilson has run the ball more tonight than he ran a lot of times last year during the whole game. He's really made some nice plays. Good game there of 7.
Raheem Craig putting the pressure on, made him pull that quickly because he just blew up Young.
And you're absolutely right. East Carolina's going to change that defense. Run it straight ahead. Don't think it's gotten to the first down marker, maybe to the 45, so it'll be 3rd and short.
Well, he said they had to find a way to move the ball on the ground, and they have. Came right out here and ran it 3 straight times, 4 straight times now, and we got a timeout, injured Pirate.
Yeah. We'll take a break with the injury on the field. Monarchs driving, having the ball at their own 45. We'll come back to see what happens on this 3rd down play after this timeout.
With Car Gurus, do as much or as little as you want online. If only you could do things your way all the time. A delightful thought. Get it with Gurus.
My bad.
Baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag.
When I wake up in the morning light, I pull on my jeans and I feel alright. I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
What a wonderful atmosphere.
Nos ponemos las pilas, arranca el partido.
Somos los que siempre ganan.
Live can't miss NFL games. An ESPN Plus exclusive Monday night matchup. Plus NFL primetime. You can't get anywhere else. And our exclusive expert analysis. ESPN Plus equals more football. Stream now.
It would be the best story, not only in tennis, but maybe in sports.
I looked different. I played different. I was something that no one had ever seen before.
Somos los que siempre ganan.
Third down and 1 for the Monarchs from their own 45-yard line. It's first possession of the second half. The Monarchs on top 7-6 over East Carolina.
Change for the Monarchs at right guard. It looks like Stephen DeBose-Bourne, 58, has come in for Martin Woodsma. We've got a couple of holding calls. Now, we don't know if that's the reason, because he got a couple of holding calls in the first half, but it could have been an injury. We don't know. But there's been a change at right guard for the Monarchs, and they've been running it right between the tackles here.
Well, and DeBose-Bourne has got some experience, played some last year.
Oh, yeah.
It was good to have some folks
rare
like
huddle
that.
for Old Dominion.
It was, yeah. Straight ahead, don't know. Looks like he may be short by where the linesman is spotting it. Going to be just shy. The Monarchs going to bring on the punt team.
That's one you got to have.
Yeah.
And you're 3rd and 1. You got to have that. Who gets in there for a lot of penetration there coming across? I think Danka was the one that kind of blew that up. He didn't get the tackle, but Danka was the one that came across and ate that gap up and forced him to change route.
So Hall will come back in to boot it away. Got the wind behind him, and he booms that one in the air. That is high, and it's going to stop and go backwards. The Monarchs didn't get there on time. I don't think they got it down. I think it went into the end zone. Didn't it? Wow, yeah, they do. Wow, he must have touched it down. That's a sensational play.
In college, it's not the player, it's the ball has to break the plane. The player can be standing in the end zone as long as he touches it and the ball doesn't break the plane.
Wow, I think he touched the ball down. Let's see it again, Andy. I think he touched the ball down to make it dead.
Oh, that is so close.
Oh, man.
They're saying that he touched it.
Yeah.
And it was still in play.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I want to take a closer look at that if I'm Mike Houston.
I would, for sure.
And it is under review. They are going to take a closer look at it.
They had to. That ball looked like it was, well, the line for sure. I think our crew's got another angle. We can take a look at this.
The nose. Oh, that is so close. Oh, that is. Oh, it might be over the plane, but it's in the air.
Yeah, and then it's where it comes down. Does it come down there? Ah, boy, that's.
Whoa. I don't think you can get much closer than that.
No. And the replay officials had not had a tough night.
I mean, even if
tonight.
it breaks the plane in the air, it's Ashton Whitner for the Monarchs who gets the touch on it. See, it's still good there, still good there. There it could be over the plane if it's in the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Wow, that's...
And there it might be over the plane when he's got his hand on it.
Exactly.
It might not be hitting the ground, but it might be over the plane of the goal line when he... If I'm just looking at this, I'm thinking it's going out to the 20.
Me too. This is a big play in the game for a couple of reasons. If it stays, Old Dominion gets a big break. If it goes back out to the 20,
it might be tough to overturn that, though, because unless you have a camera right on the line.
I agree.
Because when he touches it, you can't, it's hard to tell.
This angle, I don't know if we could tell that. Our crew's trying to find all the angles they can for you to see it.
Now, from this angle, originally, it looks like, where's his hand hit it?
Yep.
From there, it looks like it's almost simultaneous.
Yeah, I think it is,
It
too.
hits the plane or is hovering above the plane when his hand makes contact.
You know, the replay officials are having a fun time with this one. This is as tough a call as we've seen in a while. Yes, it would be Roy Reynolds and Don Guidry, and the referee, as we told you, is Edwin Lee, and they came by and visited with us earlier. Roy and Don did. And
now, the longer they take to look at this, there we go.
After further review, the ruling is a touchback. The ball replays at the 20-yard line.
Going to the 20. Yeah. Couldn't hear the microphone from the head referee, Edwin Lee, but it will be at the 20-yard line. And if you are East Carolina right now, you are thankful for that one, because that is much better field position at the 20 than at the inch line. Garcia hands it straight ahead. Not much room there.
I think he's just got to be a little more patient. Now, granted, he's been facing a lot of pressure. Monarchs have sent blitzers at him, a lot of times just outnumbering the guys they have to block. So he's got to see that, get rid of it quicker, or just eat it.
So Rajay Harris with the first run. That pass is complete. And look out, that's Winston Wright Jr. again making another play on a little quick screen. And that's all he needs is any kind of opening at all. And he takes off like a cat. Man,
Soul got another good block for him out there.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need much, like you said. He gets to the outside of that. That's the other way to beat pressure.
Fake and straight ahead, and there was nowhere for Garcia to go.
And
Trinidad, one of the guys, in to make that stop.
I think that was going to be maybe a jet sweep, kind of a read option for him, with Wright coming across.
White McLean also in on that stop.
He pulled it, and he pulled it right into the heart of the defense.
Surely did. Garcia, the quick out. Good defense that time. That's brought down immediately. They go back to the well, so to speak, to go to Winston Wright, but that was not going anywhere. Will Jones Jr. was there.
That's away from where they were into that boundary. It's a longer throw. It takes longer. Will Jones has seen that play too many times. He collapsed down on that, went right through the block of Anthony Smith and was all over it.
Third down, 13. First possession of the second half for the Pirates. Gonna go straight ahead, and there is room. Harris breaks free. Now it's a foot race for the end zone. And he will win. What a run by Harris.
What a call.
Oh, gutsy call.
3rd and 13, and he made the call to hand that thing off. It caught everybody by surprise. Everybody in the blue shirt definitely was caught by surprise.
And he just used the motor.
And that was the only guy that could have got him.
Yeah.
Colbreth coming in a little bit late. Only guy that could have got him. Everybody else is looking at wide receivers and in coverage, and that was it.
63 yards on the jaunt by Harris.
He's got 2 of them. It's just been pounded in the middle, 2-3 yards, 2 yards, 2 yards, 40 yards.
And East Carolina will go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point spread. Garcia rolling right, throw it in the end zone, and it is complete. The 2-point conversion is completed if he stayed in. Now they're talking about that, but it looked like he was in.
He's in.
Soul is in. I didn't think there was much discussion there, but good the official did.
Defender
7 points.
fell down on that back line. He just went on the corner route. Defender fell down. He was wide open in the back. Let's take a look at the feet here. He may have that one down when he had it.
You may be right, yeah.
Yeah, it might be up in the air, too. And you may want another look at that one. I don't know.
We'll
see.
take a break. We'll be back.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Is your business drowning in paperwork?
This work ain't fit for a partner.
With smart buying tools from Amazon Business, you can focus on what you do best. Amazon Business, your partner for smart business buying.
I'm not alone on this mountain. I've got friends, family, and teammates. Got some doubters too. That's okay. Don't let the world tell you who you are.
Atmosphere.
Nos ponemos las pilas, arranca el partido.
Somos los que siempre ganan.
This is Formula One.
It would be the best story, not only in tennis, but maybe in sports.
I looked different. I played different. I was something that no one had ever seen before.
On the field stands.
They are still looking
Sorry,
at
it's good for 2 points.
And it's closer than we thought it was, because the question is, where is that foot when he's got possession? It looks like it's on the ground there, but then when he has possession, there's a chance it might be in the air. And his back foot lands out of bounds. They took a long look at it, and it looks like they didn't have enough to change it. They just now came back and went with it, so they're going to say that stands. They took a long look at it, though.
They did. And when the play happened, you and I didn't think there was any question he was in.
From one angle, it looked like he definitely had it down. From the other angle, it looked like when he finally got possession, that foot might have been in the air.
Yep. Live, we thought, hey, this looked fine. Andrew Conrad to kick it away. Ball is booted. Bounds forward, still loose. Not sure who's got it. We have a pile up at the 20-yard line. Bryce Duke couldn't handle it.
He called for a fair catch, but if you muff it, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter is right. Of course, the East Carolina guys, they're smart. Just keep pointing that we got it and jumping up and down.
That ball's changed hand 3 times under there by now.
At least. Wow. And they do.
What a huge play for the Pirates.
Humongous play for the Pirates. Number 42 making that player coming up with a football. And that's Julian Davis,
first down for East Carolina.
Linebacker on the kickoff team. Wow. Man.
The wind may have struck again. He had to come up a long ways. Yeah, Davis is one under there that just makes that grab after it's off the fingertips of Duke. And he held on to it somehow at the bottom of that. Huge play for ECU and a massive opportunity.
Is it ever? Down at halftime, and now bam, run Harris again. Just had the long touchdown of 63 yards a moment ago. But great field position to get points on the board again. What a quick turn of events.
Harris has probably about 110 yards on the ground now. Well, they still say 109. 2 touchdowns. They've come basically on 2 plays.
Garcia with a pass out to Kelly, but he is hog-tied there on the corner. He had nobody else to stop him. Manning, who's already got an interception tonight, just holding on for dear life to break him down.
That's a 6'3", 230-pound tight end, and Manning is 5'10", 180. And he made that stop look pretty easy in the open field. Huge play here.
3rd down, 8. Looking outside, the pitch is made, the catch is made, not a first down, knocked out at the 15-yard line. That went to Harris.
A good play, though, by Garcia, because it looked like the Monarchs were showing man coverage at the snap and then dropped out of it into a zone. And instead of trying to force it, he goes to the check down, finds Harris, and they move the ball forward a little bit, and you protect the field goal.
Well, you figure Harris might break it.
Yeah. But the important part is he didn't try to force it into coverage that looked different at the snap than right afterwards.
Conrad on 33-yard attempt. It looks good, and it is. So Conrad nails the field goal, and all of a sudden, some points on the board for East Carolina. 11 quick points.
Very quick points. If you're the Monarchs right now, you got to be able to just roll with that. You take the punch, and you got to be able to come back and answer. And this is going to put a lot of pressure on this offensive drive. I mean, there's 9:07 in the third, but for momentum's sake, you need to do something good on this drive.
7-6 at halftime, and now 17-7.
So
big
turnovers,
plays.
we thought were going to be a big part of this one. Monarchs have 7 points off of a turnover, and now ECU collects points off of a turnover on the kickoff.
That we still think the wind may have had something to do with that. Look at the goalpost again. Those flags are flying.
You look at the
strong.
return. Both of them now are standing on the 5-yard line and not back by the goal line.
Conrad to boot it. Fair catch is called for and hauled in. So the Monarchs will take the fair catch. Page with the sure hands. And they'll take over and try to change something right now, because got to come back and respond now if you're Old Dominion. Ball will start, and the drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Look at battle of the bands going on here, too. Both bands are here. It's a good atmosphere. Sell out.
Yeah.
Some folks not in the seats. A lot of folks probably hanging out in the beer garden under there, but there weren't many tickets left. I know that.
Everything I saw today is it's sold out, so the tickets were gone. Straight ahead run. Just some bulldozing there until somebody just popped him at the end. And not a lot of gain, but Aaron Young going forward for a few there. They're going to give him 4, but he was rudely popped late in that run. Second down. Pass and coming all the way across. What an outstanding play by Deontay Bynes. I didn't think he was even close to making the catch, and he was the one that hauled it in.
Miles Alston was on a comeback route when he started scrambling, and he was kind of open, but he was like 10 yards away, and Wilson's like, no, forget that. I'm throwing this thing deep on a dime right on the sidelines to Vines.
Vines coming across the field, made a super catch, moves it all the way up to the 40-yard line. 31-yard gain. Straight ahead. Young again.
Patient run right there by Young. Just waited for that zone for a hole to open up. They're just going to keep running it in between the tackles until they start.
Going to pick up a first down there.
Until they start bringing extra bodies into that box in between the A-gaps to slow it down. And when they do that, then you pop it outside for a screen or something.
2 runs, 12 yards. First down. Blitz coming. Going toward the end zone. Almost hauling it in. Hoping for the interference. Didn't get that call. Alston tried to one-hand it, but just couldn't bring it in.
I think ECU is going to be comfortable with that matchup with Siobhan Rivel.
Yeah. Well,
that ball needed more air under it. It was kind of on a line, and you got to put that up in the air a little bit for Alston, who's got some height. He's 6'1". It was more of a bullet. The Rebel was right there.
Yeah. Second down. In motion goes Duke. Empty backfield. They go that direction and did not look like the block. Conroy was not able to get the block, and so a loss on the play moves it back to the 32-yard line.
Well, Gavin Gibson was not having any of that. They motioned the running back out there. He thought something was up.
Pass to the sidelines, and what a leaping grab there. Nice play by Alston. Alston has made some impressive plays tonight.
A quick throw, accurate throw on the opposite hash comeback, but it's 4th down, and they're not sending a kicker out.
Yep, 4th and about, well, a little less than 1 to go. They're going to go for it for sure. Down by 10.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe,
we'll
maybe.
See. Ronnie's standing right there. It looks like he's going to change his mind. Unless they're trying to get him. Nope.
Going to go straight ahead, get the first down.
I say unless they were trying to get him to jump, but
it might have been early, but Bryce Duke gets the first down.
That's big because the last time they had that same down in 3rd and about that same distance back game minutes ago at midfield, they got nothing. They got stoned. They went backwards. That's a huge play call and a huge pickup.
And there was room enough to get Duke through the hole. Lineman doing a good job right now on this drive in particular. Again, not much. Took a pop there at the end as he gets near the 15-yard line. And that's
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson. Whew.
He's really close friends, actually, with Isaiah Page.
Yeah. Tad over 1 on the play.
He hasn't tackled Isaiah today. Isaiah's not really, he didn't want to go down into the defensive tackle, the nose zone. That's not his area.
No. Looking outside, got him open. The pass is caught. Vines again. Hit quickly after he made the catch. Flags are coming down.
He
and
also may have been hit late after he hit the ground.
Yep. Thought they might come.
Vines is saying he was hitting the head, and if he's hitting the helmet,
be a targeting.
A lot of flags came in, I know that. They're going to discuss, this much discussion makes me think there might be some targeting involved.
That's immediate, and you get 3 flags all thrown into the same area, so you're getting 3 different folks seeing it.
Personal foul, targeting, number 25, defense. That play is under further review.
Yep. They're going to have to review this one to make that call. Let's see it again.
He's staring it down all the way. It's a good route by Vines. That hit's all right, but this is the one. They talk about leading with the crown. This will be forcible contact. He's not defenseless for sure at that point because he's already turned into a runner. So it's got to be leading with the crown. And that kind of looks like leading with the crown to me.
Kingston McKinstry is the player.
Crowd seeing the replay. Well, they're a little biased, but they would say that's targeting.
Yeah.
It was unnecessary. I mean, the play's pretty much over there.
It is.
His only saving grace might be that he didn't make contact with the crown. Looked like he may have caught him with the shoulder. See what actually makes contact here.
Yeah, because Vines is going down head, and that's may have hit the shoulder pad on the side part of it. Hard to tell.
It might not. I mean, it might not matter if he hits him in the head. If he hits him with the crown of the helmet, he can still hit him in the shoulder and still get targeted. That's a rule that's designed to protect the defender as much as the offensive guy. If you go crown like that, and even if you hit him in the shoulder, it's still considered target. But if he didn't make contact with the crown of the helmet, if he just hit him with the back of the shoulder.
Which that's what I'm with you on that one. I'm not sure how. We'll have to wait and see what the decision is on this one.
Our officials have been busy up in the replay booth tonight.
Yeah. They had it made for a while, but boy, there's been a lot of them.
It sounds like we have a decision.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to hear from those on the field, the head official, head referee.
If it is, it's going to put Old Dominion with a 1st and goal.
After review, targeting is confirmed with the crown and the helmet on number 25 in the defense. Number 25 is disqualified. The penalty is half the distance to the goal line. 1st down.
Still having microphone issues, but that was upheld.
So that would mean the targeting was called, and McKinstry will not be back allowed on the field. He's done for the night.
And it'll be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line for the Monarchs, who we said needed an answer on this drive. They're in position now.
Brought an extra big back in, too.
Yeah, there's King Street.
You got an extra blocking back in there in the backfield.
He will be out for the first half next week as well for the Pirates.
He will be. Vines in motion. Handoff looked like it would be, but no.
Wilson kept it. He got maybe a yard on that. Old Dominion had some issues in short yardage last season. Right now, 83 is in as a tight end.
Exactly.
83 is Skylar Grant, an offensive lineman.
Exactly.
He is a 6'3", 285-pound tight end. And
Who
Wilson,
was the lead blocker?
We got a Wildcat now. Wilson lined up as a receiver.
Just run behind the big guy. Close, maybe not in. Yeah, a lot of effort there by Young.
I think he's on the 1.
Yeah, that's some big beast running through there now.
They're going to bring in another offensive lineman now. They're going to bring in Rich Moore. They had Skylar Grant as a tight end wearing 83. I don't think 83 jersey would stretch that far, but there he is.
Timeout. Coach Ronnie's going to take a timeout because I think
he knows this is a critical play here.
Critical play, and I think
Timeout.
they had people he didn't know would be out of there. How
Third
they
first
would
of
do
the
it,
half.
so we wouldn't have to discuss it. This is a big play in the football game right here at 4:15 in the 3rd quarter.
The other discussion is if you don't get it, what do you do? He's already gone for it
Timeout on
once.
the field.
I think he's probably.
And he's in that time for sure. So that'll give the Monarchs a chance with a PAT to trail just by a field goal. So don't think it's time to go for 2 at this point in the contest.
No, definitely not. But that's a big score, a big drive, and a big score they had to have. A couple of good plays, a couple of penalties for ECU.
Mm-hmm.
Big 4th down conversion.
And they're going to go for 2 because we said that.
No, they have a kicker out there. I think they're just lining up in case the Pirates are falling asleep.
Could be. They did this earlier.
A lot of coaches like to do this now that, if they get a look they want,
right.
If the defense is kind of not paying attention, they can sneak one in. If not, they'll reset and just go back to kicking it.
Ian Grant, the holder.
You got to kick it. Now we got 2 functioning goalposts again, so we got to take advantage of it.
And it's good, and it's 17-14. If you missed the first half of the broadcast, Had a little trouble with the goalpost on the left side. No trouble there getting into the end zone for the Monarchs. 4:11 to play in our third quarter.
Oh, there's a little bit of a shot there from Revel.
Yeah.
Sanchez trying to, a little bit early for Oscar season. It's a little bit late maybe for Oscar season.
Well, we were talking in the first half, it could be a low-scoring first half. You had that absolutely right. The second half, some turnovers and some big plays, and now we've got some points on the board.
They also said every time these two come together, it's never really a blowout.
Correct.
The last few meetings have been pretty close. The last one was a little more space in the last time these two met than the previous two times, but they're usually close. Two good defenses. This was going to be like the old-fashioned Madden slobber knocker, and it has been. A couple of big plays from Harris.
Well, this is only the 5th meeting, and you'd think the schools being so close together, they'd play a lot more with football. But 92 years to 15 is a little bit of difference there.
Well, the Monarchs haven't been FBS for that long either.
Correct. Kick goes to the guy you don't want it to go to unless you are a fan of East Carolina, and that's Winston Wright. He is dangerous every time he touches the football. He really is.
I mean, that's a shiny toy that Mike Houston was happy to bring on board.
Huge. Here it is again. He just needs one more little opening.
Well, he kind of stumbled himself a little bit there. Whitner was there. Pretty good coverage by Old Dominion.
Garcia. Quick out route, and it is in and out of the hands of Soule. He's made some good blocks tonight, but that one he should have had.
There's been a couple of drops, too. I mean, it hasn't been a perfect game by these receivers.
No.
For Garcia either. 20 of 29, though. 20 of 30 now. He's still pretty accurate. 67% on the night, 223, but those 3 interceptions still hanging over him.
Straight ahead this time, and the ball will push up around the 25-yard line, but not a big gain there on second down, and run it straight ahead with Gunn again. They went back to Gunn as the tailback.
Monarchs able to make some changes, even though ECU didn't. They're kind of slowing down here on third down, a little more deliberate.
Gunn came in and just changed the offense up a little bit bigger, a little stronger. Pass is complete outside. That's going to be a first down, and a nice athletic play there by number 9, Tyler Savage.
That's a good route by Savage.
It was.
The quick out cut. Throw wasn't quite on the money, but
again, Garcia's going to run, and he gets popped from 2 ways. Kind of got sandwiched there.
Now he's trying to throw that little smoke screen again out to right, and it was pretty well covered by Patrick Smith-Young. He jumped all over it, and Jones was over there with him, so he had to pull that down, and then by that point, you just hold on.
Had a little extracurricular. One of the Monarchs was deep inside the sidelines of East Carolina. I'm not sure how they got there, but the refs were running in that direction, and it ended peaceful, but it was an unusual way to see Manning over in the middle of the sidelines. Straight ahead, not a whole lot there, but tell you what, Gunn, Gunn was not talked about playing a whole lot tonight because they had so many other backs, but he has really run the football north and south.
Now they had the freshman got a lot of carries last week, and London Montgomery, and then Harris, and then Bond, who got injured.
Third down. Nice pitch and catch, and who's he get to? Gunn. Outstanding play by Manning, or he's off to the races and putting 6 on the board.
Another good job by Garcia, just hanging in, staying in there. Everything's kind of melting around him. He's able to stay in. They're going to hold this.
Yeah, they are going to hold it. Absolutely.
The offensive player went out of bounds and hit
Carolina not
sideline.
happy about
The
that.
defense was
They
not allowed
subbed,
to
and
complete
they
the
subbed in.
substitution.
You got to give the defense a chance.
Exactly.
But Garcia again hanging in there and just waiting and waiting. Coverage was good initially, but out of the backfield, Gunn just found a way, found some grass, some turf. Third down has been a problem for this Old Dominion defense tonight. Now 10 of 17, 17 third downs.
Wow.
But 10 of 17 on third down tonight.
Ball just inside the 35-yard line of Old Dominion. Smith's down at the bottom of the screen. Dangerous man, yeah. Run it straight ahead again.
By comparison, the Monarchs are 4 of 11 on third down.
Cool. 6 more third downs. That's a lot of third downs.
It's a lot of extra first downs.
Exactly. Couple on the play. Second down, just a minute to go in the third quarter. He's just fighting like crazy, gets it down to the 25. I mean, it looks like he stopped, and then all of a sudden he emerges, like pops out.
He got some fresh legs.
He does. 3rd and 1. They bring folks in a little closer, and the clock down to 40 seconds. Pounds the left side, going to have the first down according to where the marker is.
That's another second effort for Gunn getting the first down. Boy, he is chugging.
He is. And like I said, he was listed 4th on the depth chart. Not playing like the
I don't think he'll be 4th after this.
No. They're going to find time for him to play. And the Pirates are going to let the clock expire, and we will have completed 3 of the 4 quarters. A big quarter there. 18 points scored, and it's 17-14. East Carolina with a 3-point lead and the ball as we head into the 4th. The final 15 is coming up. We're glad that you're with us watching great college football on ESPN Plus. We're back in just a few moments.
Every week, ESPN Plus brings you magic.
Provides a bit of magic.
Streaming every La Liga.
Es increíble estar aquí.
And Bundesliga match. From NWSL to the FA Cup. World-class soccer all in one place. ESPN Plus. For the love of soccer.
Arranca el partido.
Another chapter in this remarkable fairy tale season.
Problem, but Koa Nawatola, the guy who's been taking up the slack for him, 15 tackles tonight and a half a sack, but this defense has got to bow up now.
First down for the Pirates. Garcia quickly out. Got another quick gain, and once again going back to Winston Wright. Pretty sure-handed target to throw it to.
Henderson, to give you some perspective, led the Monarchs in tackling, sacks, hurries, tackles for loss, which was tied for 4th in the nation last year.
Harris back in. Garcia fakes it and runs. He's inside the 15-yard line, or they're going to mark him right at the 15. You could add in E.J. Green, also not playing tonight, too, another linebacker.
That was a good pull by Garcia.
It was. 3rd down and a couple. Garcia rolling. Got Kelly open and gets the first down and then some.
That's a play they like. It's a good call right there. It's kind of a wide bluff. It's that little bit of a rollout, and the tight end sort of fakes like he's going to block and kind of gets lost in the wash and then leaks out to the flat. They ran that a few times pretty well last week against Norfolk State.
Kelly, a graduate, played 4 years at Oregon. Sliding him through again. Pass in the end zone. It's picked off. Another interception by Manning, his 2nd of the night.
That is a huge play. Huge play to get that far down and come away empty-handed. And that one had, I don't know, that one was hung up a little bit. I'd like another look at it because I'm not sure that's the right read on that.
No. But I want you to watch the inside. If you can see the inside where he was looking first,
falling off.
Coverage.
Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere to get that in. His only thought is to get that up in the air where Soule maybe have a chance. But he's kind of falling off his back foot when he lets that go. That's interception number 4 on the night for Garcia. And none more hurtful than that one so far.
Manning with 2 of those. Another big night for Manning. Boy, that's a big turn of events. The Monarchs now 13:49 remaining.
I want to say that was his second read. Maybe they were trying to go short to the tight end. It was like a high-low read. And he's just falling backwards as he's putting that up.
I think you're absolutely right. I thought he was going to the short to start with. Short gain there, we'll call it, on first down, about a 4-yard pickup.
Monarchs seem like they're determined to get this rush game going here in the second half. They're just pounding it away.
Duke again. Transfer from Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech here in Norfolk next week.
Again with the double stacks here.
Yeah.
Both sides. Dutton on the top. Watch him. He's the fastest guy they got.
He is. He was a trackster at South Carolina before coming to Old Dominion. Pass in and out of the hands of Duke, and he could have run for the first down and more. Now you got third down. 7. Duke out, Aaron Young in.
Looked like they were trying to take a shot deep, but it was covered, so he just goes to the check down. Was open, and you're right, just right through the hands. Brings up a big third down here.
Huge. Trying to capitalize on the interception.
They're starting to run out of possessions.
That too. Got a lot of folks coming. Wilson tucks it under. He's got room galore. He's across the 40-yard line with a slide, and that's a big play on third down, but a flag is down at the 15.
Oh, it's coming back.
Yep.
Holding. Number 77, offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat third down.
A couple of big holding calls. I think they got McKenna on that one. Look, he's trying to let go. 77.
Yep.
Again, it's savage. That guy has been held more tonight than Teddy Bear has been. For Lampley.
Now that nullifies a big gain there by Wilson.
Yeah, that was huge. Because now you're in just screen draw territory.
Correct.
Get some room for your punter.
Get the big turnover. And then get the holding call on a big third down attempt. Wilson rolling right, gonna get chased down from behind. Just a quick play there from the backside by number 53, and that's a young man who's from Richmond, Virginia. That
Wilson
is
a little slow getting up.
Yeah, Seward Ware played at Highland Springs, very slow getting up.
May have got his ankle twisted on that one. Have to keep an eye on that.
The last thing you wanted to have to do was kick it out of the end zone right now. And against that breeze.
It has died down a little bit.
Yep.
Just right through the middle. He get right around the center, Flores.
So Hall will come in to boot it away. Good high kick, fair catch, called at the 47-yard line. And
timeout on the field.
That's a pretty good play there by Spalding to just fair catch that thing. That was a rock.
But I mean, you look at this. Tell you what, if it's not for the turnovers, 4 interceptions, they put up 434 yards. Have the Pirates.
Wow. Flag is down. Like illegal procedure
false start
by the offense.
55, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
They have held the ball 25 minutes, almost, 26 minutes compared to 18 for Old Dominion. They have run, how many plays have they run? 76 plays, and we're still 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Garcia tried the quick out, but the ball was not catchable by the receiver. He was trying to hit him, and Sal could not really get a sight on it. Almost like when he turned back around, he never saw the ball.
It's 434 yards of offense, 77 plays now. Wow. And they only have 17 points on the board. And stuff like that is the reason why.
Yep.
That and the turnover.
The turnovers have been huge. Harris back in, straight ahead. Gets close to the original line of scrimmage.
That plus the third down numbers, that's the concerning thing if you're Old Dominion. You played very well on first and second defensively. The third down has belonged to White. Yep. All the guys in the white shirts.
Now Atala with another stop just a moment ago. 3rd and 11. Garcia, ball in the air, almost intercepted. A flag is down further up the field. Holding against Old Dominion.
Yeah, it's going to be defensive holding, and it's going to be an automatic first down, and they're going to get another third down conversion.
16.
Yep.
Defense. 10-yard penalty.
Keandre Harris.
First down.
And it wasn't even close to the play. It wasn't the intended receiver.
Take a look at it again.
Harris, 16 right there at the 40-yard line. He's grabbing on the sole. He tackles him. Yeah, you can't do that. On third downs especially, you cannot do that.
So into Old Dominion territory, just running it straight ahead. Harris back in to run the football. Another flag is down at the top of the screen at the 48-yard line.
Legal formation, number 52.
Legal formation
offense.
This time.
5-yard penalty, first down.
8 penalties on the Pirates now for 60 yards.
And you know, the only thing that's doing now in the fourth quarter too is just running more clock. Back it up, the clock starts again. If you choose to run it down. Fake to Harris, looking across the middle.
Well, good
Smith
snag.
with another outstanding catch. Anthony Smith has put on that exhibition today. It's unbelievable. He catches everything. Wow, good routes, good hands. Harris, first down, chains will move. He doesn't need much of a seam. If he just gets a little seam, he gets through it in a hurry.
He's one of these backs that his runs get longer the deeper you get into the fourth quarter.
You can tell he's a graduate too. Mature. There's a stop behind what could have been a huge, huge gain. Nice play by Jamez Drummer.
He jumped around that block. Again, the first and second downs for the most part have gone to the guys in blue, but third down has just been a disaster for them tonight.
Penalties and everything else. Straight ahead again. Not much that time either. Maybe a couple of yards there. And they brought Gunn back in the game. It's a 7-6 game at halftime, and then 11 straight points by East Carolina. Touchdown by
could be,
Old
if they
Dominion.
get close, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it on fourth here.
I agree.
They're in sort of no man's land.
Yep, 3rd and 9.
Old Dominion showing like they're bringing the house.
They are. Pass to the outside, in and out of the hands of Wright. He had to turn around, and another flag. Comes in late, too, again.
And it might be Keandre Harris again. Now it's going to be interference on the offense.
Wow. Coach Ronnie is talking to the officials.
Which means the Harris was getting blocked while the ball was in the air. We had this discussion in the first quarter. Now the question, does Ronnie want to make it fourth down here, which would be, you're looking at about a 51-yard field goal attempt, or does he want to back
Pass
him up?
interference on the offense. The penalty's declined. Fourth down.
If they decide to kick it.
Yep. That's what they're going to do.
Number 5.
It's down at the bottom of the screen, and Soule is contact on the ball's in the air. He's coming up trying to make a block. They are going to try this.
50 yards. Larson in to hold.
His long in the career long is 51, which he hit. That was at UTSA. It was indoors.
Andrew Conrad. Wind behind him just a little. Snap is down. The kick is up.
Whoa.
And he hit it
He
with
hit it
room
by a
to
lot.
spare. Yeah. Did he ever? Huge kick.
He had again for Henderson, and he is playing very well. This is just a back and forth game. It's kind of, there are things both head coaches are not going to like, obviously. The fact that they've got 455 yards of total offense means they should be blowing this thing out. But the Pirates aren't because of the 4 turnovers. And Old Dominion thinks they shouldn't even have 455 yards. If they played somewhere decent on third downs, they'd have a whole lot less yards than that. But end of the day, it's still a one-possession game. 9 minutes to go.
Outside, number 11.
Got to get something
Kicking
going.
team.
They've got to get better on third
5-yard
down.
penalty. First down.
They are 4 of 12 tonight. They weren't great at third downs last year.
No. But this is
50% last week, but last year they were down near the bottom of the Sun Belt.
Well, this is one of those gut check drives you've got to have right now. Ball starting from your own 30, down by 6. 9:09 remains. Wilson looking. Flushed out of the pocket. Still looking. Pass is coming up short. It falls incomplete. It'll be second down. He was trying to hit Vines.
Just a blitz and pretty good protection. Just nobody got open. Nobody was able to win on the outside there. And then he rolled to his right, and there was only one receiver over there on that whole side of the field with Vines, and he was 30 yards downfield. There was no help there.
Yeah. So second down. Both teams making a lot of defensive changes, trying to give the defenses just a little extra time between plays. Straight ahead, there's room this time. Nice run by Young. Young will pick up 8 yards on the play, and it's a 3rd down and 2. And Andy, you're almost getting to that point now. If you just get in that short range, you got to go for it on 4th. You get in that mess. A lot of defenders up for East Carolina.
See if they stay in that.
Yeah.
Monarchs are going to change what they have. They're going empty now.
Yeah.
They got 3 receivers stacked in the slot.
Exactly. Throw it in the other direction. Vines has it, and he's got the first down across the 40-yard line.
Barely, but he got it.
Well,
it's an interesting design because you got 3 receivers stacked up, so everybody's eyes are looking that way. And you got to think it's a screen that way, and they throw the screen back to the other side.
That was a unique set, not one you see very often.
One of the things that's hurting the Monarchs on these third downs, they're down a couple of tight ends.
Right.
They're 2 top tight end, or 1 top tight end and 1 backup tight end are both injured.
And a lineman is your backup tight end now, offensive lineman. Not tons of room for Young. He got all he could get out of it, only about a 2-yard gain on the play.
It's Jalen Butler and DJ Chandler, the tight ends that are out, which means you've got Pat Conroy. He's done a great job, but he's the only one real tight end you've got.
Little push pass, it's what it used to be called, kind of flipped it forward to Young. Close to the first down, not quite there. In fact, the backup tight end right now is one of the left tackles, Skylar Grant.
They call it Patrick Mahomes now.
Yeah, exactly. Patrick Mahomes does everything. They give it the first down, move along there on a nice first down call.
And they finally got a couple of conversions, some first downs, and they get the tempo up. They're starting to get a rhythm.
Aaron Young carrying it today. The whole offensive line except the center moved on that.
Full start.
Yeah, that one's on Flores.
Everyone except the center. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Michael Flores from Dartmouth transfer.
Yeah, see, Wilson claps the hands. He's waiting for it, and I guess Flores didn't hear it.
No.
Everybody else is backing into the pass protection. In the stats, that's going to go not on Flores, though.
That's right. Too wide to the top of the screen, too wide to the bottom of the screen.
Well, they switched to.
Yep, they do. Direct snap to the running back as you saw Wilson taking off to the top of the field, and that did not work like they hoped with Young running.
They saw that on the goal line. I don't think they were buying that.
Nope.
He got maybe a yard, too.
Now you have 3rd and 7. Wilson going outside. Pass is incomplete. Was trying to hit Alston there, but the defender made a pretty good play, and he falls incomplete. That was Isaiah Brown Murray.
He was all over that one.
He was.
And a good drive started well is going to stall out just past midfield. Monarchs are running out of possessions here. 6 minutes left, which means that penalty really hurt them.
It did, absolutely.
The non-snapping penalty, because they were, it's 3rd down and 2.
Hall back in to kick another one. Gets that one high up in the air, and it's gonna bounce into the end zone.
Well, he's giving his guys a chance.
He has, yeah.
Timeout on the field.
I mean, he skies them. They are high, high, high. Bring rain. We got a timeout. We will take one as well. 5:58 to go. We're back in Norfolk, and there's just a couple of moments.
Okay, trainees, let's work on our fast and friendly claim service.
Eyes on the phone now.
Look alive, Drew.
Your repairs have been scheduled. Nice.
Ha! Yes, you'll get a rental car on site.
Heads up. Oh, I'm gonna turn this down to an 8. My bad.
We can do this all day. Geico claim.
Harris, straight ahead, bounced out a little bit, picks up 4 on the first down play.
I expect a lot of 47 on this drive.
Mm-hmm. Try to run all the clock and run.
I mean, I just keep feeding them until they stop them, and don't throw it unless you absolutely have to.
A little stack formation at the top of the screen by East Carolina this time. Straight ahead again with Harris. Spinning, trying to find anything.
He is just short.
Yep, he is. About a yard is all it is. The first of the 3rd downs. The Old Dominion, you got to have a 3rd down stop somewhere or one beforehand, get a turnover of some kind. 47 may be running it again.
Turnover shelves have been stocked.
Wow, they snapped it back by mistake, I think, and it went to Harris, and he just tried to make something out of the play. I think he's short of the first down.
I think that was a design. I think they were trying to fool him by having Garcia signaling around. I think. I don't know, I have to have another look at it, but it's possible that they did that on purpose, but the Monarchs held.
Well, that was pretty gutsy if you do that one on purpose, because he did not look like it was. Could be, though.
No, that was not on purpose.
I didn't think it was.
Harris wasn't looking either.
No.
They were both looking to the sidelines.
The expression with Garcia's body language made me think, no, this was an oops. So Harris made a great play to do what he did.
He really did.
The whistle's blowing. I don't think they got the punt off in time.
Yeah, the play clock was running down. Yeah, they're going to get it.
Play game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
And that's
4th down.
2 plays that have been a little uncharacteristic here in the second half.
It's like nobody wants to win this game.
That Harris thing, if he's not paying attention, that's
2 plays by both centers in critical downs that sort of exploded in their face.
Yeah.
And Harris made a great play to get what he did.
Absolutely made a great play. I'm 100% with you. Kick is away. Page hauls it in at about the 29. He's got some room straight ahead. Flag is down, way back. Another flag. 2 flags, but Page is going to run all the way in for the touchdown. But hold on, Nelly. I'm not sure that that's going to stay.
Yeah, I think the first one might be on the offense. The second one, I don't know. Even if it's offsetting, though, they're going to re-kick.
Exactly.
They made a couple of outstanding moves through there, but I don't think this is going to hold up.
No, I'm with you. And just in the areas which it's thrown the flags, you're like,
oh, there's a block in the back. Yeah, we're looking at a replay. It is a clear block
in return, there are 2 fouls, both by the return team. Illegal block in the back, number 5, that penalty declined. Hold, number 33, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Wow.
All right, here it comes, right around the 40-yard line.
Oh, goodness.
Right there.
Yep.
Right where Page made a move. Clear block in the back. The holding was further on, but so they're not going to have to re-kick because they're both on Old Dominion, and
correct.
You take the 15-yarder, backs them up to the spot at the 26.
Well, you got the football if you're Old Dominion. You got 3:57 on the clock. You need a touchdown, an extra point to win it.
2 timeouts, so the clock's not really a problem here, but third down conversions are.
Run straight ahead with Young and short gain on first down.
With 2 timeouts. Now the 2-minute timeout could play in your favor. If you get stoned here, you might think about kicking it because of that.
Correct. A lot of time. Wilson looking anywhere, trying to avoid the sack, but does not. And that will drop him back.
There's just nowhere to go with that
Nowhere
ball.
to go.
Nobody's getting open.
And that's one of the last things you want to see happen is a replay again. And like you said, nobody is open.
And the protection's pretty good. You're lucky he didn't get a holding call on that as long as he held it.
Third down, same situation. A lot of bodies around it, and he is brought down behind the line. Mike Edwards III, one of the first folks to get there. And he had some help around him as well as the tackle just really crushes Old Dominion there. Samuel Danka, another one back there with it.
You go from a punt return to tie the game and possibly take the lead to a penalty that brings it back, and then you go backwards 12, 11 yards. Talk about a turn of events.
Yeah.
But like we said, you got 2 timeouts and 30 seconds before the 2-minute timeout.
Correct. So that helps you a little bit. It's like having 3 because that's going to be a time.
That's the good news for Old Dominion. Yep. The bad news is you're going to have to tackle 47 about 7 times.
Right. He's going to be running it. And really the location of the ball doesn't help you very much either because it's at the 47-yard line.
That's back-to-back sacks.
Yeah.
When you absolutely could not afford to give one up.
And like I said, just not a lot of folks getting open to where Grant had any chance to find anybody. And I think you will see a big dose of 4-7 right now. Harris. Shift him one way or then another. Run him straight ahead. Maybe a yard, if that.
When I say you're going to have to tackle him 7
times,
I don't mean he's going to carry
Old
it 7
Dominion.
times.
Nope.
I mean, sometimes you got to tackle it 3 or 4 times to get him down.
30-second timeout.
Old Dominion took that
they set the
first
game
time
clock
out then.
to 2:26, 2:26. Thank you.
Second down and 9. So Nate, like you said, Andy, you play with the clock now of how you want to use your timeouts here because you're going to get the one at 2. So do you try to take the last one that you have?
Well, this one, I don't know. It's a question is whether or not you want to take it in front of or behind the 2-minute not warning.
There you go. That's the question there. Whew. Well, it's a tale of 2 halves.
I think if you if you stone them here or get a negative play here, I think you let it go to the 2-minute.
Agree.
Because then you're forcing them into what could be a passing situation.
Correct.
And if they get an incompletion, then you save that last timeout.
I think you're right. Save it for your offense.
That would be an ideal world for the Monarchs. Ideal world for the Pirates is they don't need it.
Right. A little different formation this time. Got a man in motion. And go straight ahead. Harris does not gain but about 1.5 yards, maybe close to 2.
Timeout.
Timeout is taken.
The third and final of the half. 30 seconds.
So you're
if you do it quick enough,
yes,
and you get the incompletion, the problem with that is they can kill 22 seconds on this play, even with an incompletion. They can. No, if you get the incompletion, you'll still get it back. You probably have 1, maybe 2 plays before the 2-minute if you get it back quickly. But it all means nothing if you don't get this stop.
Right.
And if you're ECU, if you're Mike Houston, do you even try to throw it? Do you just let Harris take it again?
I think you got to do that.
Couple more yards and eat up the rest of that clock. Take it to the 2-minute timeout and have Old Dominion with nothing. But remember, clock still stops on first downs under 2 minutes.
Yes, it does.
So defense is trying to get some noise here, trying to get some energy from the fans here.
Little cat and mouse going on. 3rd down, 8 yards to go, 2:22 on the clock.
Now Watola kind of hard to miss with that hair. He's trying to get everybody fired up. He's been the man for this defense tonight.
He has. Straight ahead, nothing. Outstanding play by Chris Trinidad coming in. A lot of bodies over there kind of scruffling a little bit. Clock will continue to tick down.
So that's going to take it to the 2-minute mark.
Yep. And we'll have the 2-minute timeout coming. So that's where we are.
2-minute timeout.
2 minutes remain, the 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we're expecting a punt. We'll see what happens and see if the Monarchs can do anything, trailing by 6. We're back 4th down and about 8 yards to go, but that really is not the most important situation. The ball's at the 49-yard line.
I don't know.
East Carolina getting ready to kick it away. No timeouts
I don't know
left
if
in the game.
Send anybody after this, but you got to know that they were telling them repeatedly, do not touch the punter.
Isaiah Page standing at his 10. He ran one back a moment ago, but penalties nullified that. High kick. Page, fair catch at the 9-yard line.
It's a pretty good kick right there from Larson.
Boy, that was Sky Dome.
They did put a little bit of pressure on him, but to put that inside the 10-yard line, that situation, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. So 91 yards to go. You got to have a touchdown and the extra point. Down 20-14.
Yep.
A minute 53 on the clock.
But hey, if you're Old Dominion, you have reached Lloyd Christmas territory. You're saying there's a chance.
Yep.
And there still is. First downs will stop the clock until they move the chains. But they've got to get first downs, which is something they haven't done a lot of.
3rd down has been a real trouble down, especially the second half. Empty backfield. Looking, a lot of pressure. Gets it out in the flat. Was kind of bounced. We got a late flag around the line of scrimmage or close to it. I think it's another hold is right. It is. Yep.
That's, I mean, some of that's on the line, but that's, you got to get rid of the ball. I mean, it's 4 seconds almost that he's holding it.
Holding.
You cannot
Number 77 offense. Got penalties decline. Second down.
Keenly over and over again, or else you're going to get holding calls. I mean, they got a lot of them tonight, but
penalty was declined.
They're just going to make it second down.
Exactly. Got to get rid of it quick, and something's got to happen when you do. Blitz coming. Just kind of throws it away, trying to avoid the sack, and he was really popped as soon as he turned that loose. Mike Edwards, the third, one of the guys in there making the knockdown.
Yeah, they overloaded one side and then brought blitz from the other side. And when you shift all your line to slide to one side, you get a one-on-one. And if you don't get that block.
Empty backfield again. This time Young flanked out in a stack formation, 1:42 on the clock. 3rd down, 10 to go. Trying to do kind of a back throw, and it goes incomplete. Really not too close to Miles Austin is who he was trying to hit.
Yeah, that was a back shoulder look. I mean, because he knew he didn't have leverage on that defender who had better positioning. So that's when the back shoulder goes. That was back shoulder to somebody on the sideline.
Yep.
That's Austin.
Now it's 4th down, 4th and 10. Got to get to the 20, or get to the 19-yard line, excuse me.
The game right here.
It is. Complete, and there's a first down as he hits Vines. So the clock will stop while they move the chains. Got to get on the ball quickly here. 1:29 to go.
That's awful soft coverage in that situation. Man, you don't want to get beat deep, but hey, money throw from Wilson.
On the money, is right. Look at it again, trying to find something. Across the middle. Young could not bring it down, and the pass falls incomplete. That might have been a blessing in disguise because there were a lot of white jerseys humming around him.
Trying to get it to Young or trying to get it to Jaron Waters, who was kind of in a hole in the zone behind him, and Young didn't know it.
Could be, yeah, could be. You could be right. Second down. 1:21 on the clock. Here comes a blitz. It's picked up. Long throw, and it is caught. What a great throw and a great catch by Alston again.
That is an opposite hash comeback. That's like a 45-yard throw to pick up 11 yards, but it's a first down.
Clock rolling. Dumps it out. Young across the 40-yard line. He gets to the 41.
You got to move a little now because the clock's not going to stop short of the first down marker.
Nope. Snap it in a hurry. Under a minute. Wilson going to run for this when he gets the first down, and there may be a flag coming late on that one. Don't see it yet, but boy, a lot of people jumping up and down for that, but that's not the call.
He does get the first. It stops the clock, but I kind of agree with all of the people that That's what looked a little late to me.
Clock restarts. Now, wait a minute. Timeout is taken by East Carolina.
They want to make sure their guys starting to get a little tired.
The previous play is under further review for potential targeting.
46 seconds remain in the game. No timeouts for Old Dominion. East Carolina has 2 left.
They are going to. Are we going to get a review here?
I think there's a chance of that.
Right. Well, let's take a look.
And that may be the other reason for the time. It looked like they called the timeout, but I think it's.
Well, that's definitely. I don't think it's targeted. He hit him with the shoulder, but it's definitely late.
Late hit. Yeah.
But I don't think they can change that.
I don't either.
Only thing they can look at here is targeting.
Agreed.
I mean, it should have been a late hit. He's already on the ground, and
been
then
on the ground. Yeah.
I don't think that's targeting though, because he hit him with the shoulder, and he wasn't with the crown.
But obviously a late hit.
He did hit him high, but it wasn't with the crown. I mean, it's definitely worth a look, but I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't look like targeting.
No, I don't think it is either.
It should have been a late call, but they cannot adjust that now.
Not after they did not make that call. That's correct. It looked more like a late hit than anything.
Yeah. But end of the day, it's still going to be a first down for Old Dominion, and the clock stoppage does help them.
The timeout that was taken, you had 2 seconds afterwards. Well, we'll see what they're going to do. The official review is still going on.
Yeah, we got a decision.
After further review, there is no targeting on the play.
There is no target.
Yeah.
Like we sort of thought.
Yep.
But, I mean, they would have loved a 15-yard late hit call.
Well, that would.
But they also like the timeout here
that
they sort of get for free.
That 15 yards would have been huge at this moment.
But they're moving the ball. This is one of the better drives they've put together this whole second half. They have one good one to start their first possession to start the second half. They had a good one that stalled out at midfield before, but they haven't really threatened ECU's half of the field this entire half, I don't think.
And I think you're right. I think ECU decided to take that timeout because some of their defensive linemen were getting winded. Young in motion. Wilson connects it to Vines, who they're winding the clock.
Did not get out of bounds.
Didn't get out.
They're going to have to hurry.
30 seconds. Ball at the 49-yard line. Dumps it across the middle. That will get the first down, which will momentarily stop it at 20 seconds. Yeah, 20 seconds. You got to get it. Got to be ready. And he just throws one to the ground.
They've done a pretty good job managing the clock this far, picking up some first downs, giving yourself a chance. You got to think at some point they got to take a shot.
Got to, yeah. Well, getting across the midfield strike.
I mean, obviously, you know, the Pirates are going to be in a quarters or prevent something to protect against that, but throwing these 45-yard opposite hash comebacks for 10 yards is good, but you're running out of space to be able to do that.
Correct.
You got to get a little bit bigger chunks.
And with 18 ticks remaining. Wilson steps up. That's the last thing you wanted to do there, but
oh man,
that's
they got to get him up because it's a 10-second runoff. He's got to spike this
3,
if they can get it in.
2,
they can't even
1.
snap
No,
it.
they can't even stop it. Yeah, left arm not doing well when he went in there, and the clock will expire. And East Carolina comes away with a big win here in Norfolk, and they're still unbeaten against Old Dominion.
It'll be a 5-0 record for these Pirates.
Yeah.
That was interesting with the new rules now. If a player is injured, there's a 10-second runoff after the 2-minute mark if they don't have a timeout. So if he was not able to get up, if he stayed down, the game would have been over. So that's why they had to pick him up and try to get a snap, at least one more snap to spike it. But they couldn't get him up in time. And that's, if you're Wilson, maybe you just got to throw that one out somewhere, throw it away.
Yeah, you got to try to find.
If you run it,
sure
you got to get the first down, or what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a gutty performance to try to come back, but in the end, it's too much Harris, and Harris had 131 yards and 2 touchdowns. There's your player of the game. Too much Harris and too many third downs converted by ECU, and not enough for Old Dominion.
So Old Dominion goes to 0-2 and 2-0 for East Carolina. East Carolina plays App State next week at home in Greenville, while Old Dominion will entertain Virginia Tech. Big thank you to Malcolm Gary and to Eric Bohannon for their help, and Marcellus Heflin did a great job with spotting tonight. Andy, any final comments?
Hey, it's what we thought it was going to be, a defensive battle. This has been a very tough schedule to start for Old Dominion. It doesn't get any easier with Virginia Tech coming to town, but hey, it was entertaining. We'll give you that much.
Entertaining it was. A big 11-point burst to start the second half. Really paved the way for the Pirates to get the victory. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's telecast. Andy and I'll be back here next Saturday evening, a 6 o'clock game with the Hokies of Virginia Tech.